Hello, 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 hello. Hi, hi, hi. How are we doing today, everybody? How are we doing? How are we doing? Is the microphone on? Testing, 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 testing. Good to see you guys. I miss you guys too. Time for your ones and twos. We are ready for our daily debates, guys. Envy and Christy are going to be heading over soon. I don't know when Envy's going to be here. I don't know when Christy's going to be here. I think I saw Christy join, but go ahead and type those ones and twos. Ones in the chat of trans women and not women. Two if they are. If you think trans women are women and you think that they belong in women's spaces, go ahead and request the box. If you disagree that trans women are hurting women by entering their spaces, also go ahead and request. We are just looking for some debates. Ones in the chat if trans women are not women. Two if they are. You're going to go ahead and request the box if you disagree with the prompt. If you don't think trans women are hurting women, or you think that trans women are women, or you think trans men are men, and you're just generally into gender confusion, you can go ahead and request the box. We are just looking for some debates. Angela, can I get your age?
I am 26.
Okay, all right. Do you think trans women are women?
I do think trans women are women.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and tell me what a woman is? Y'all know exactly what to type in chat.
So for a woman, I think that woman refers to is a category, and that there are two sort of um, conditions to be a woman, to count as a woman. That first one is that you have to self-identify as being part of the category called woman, and the second
That's a
is
circular description. You
so,
can't say
so I wouldn't say it's circular though, because when I'm talking about a woman, right, I'm talking about like the individual member, and I'm using in my definition the category of woman.
it's still circular. You can't say a woman is a person who self-identifies into the category of woman. That is in fact circular.
I
You're
don't
not
think so.
describing anything. Well, you can say no, but it is.
So so if it were circular, it would need to refer to the same thing, right? But woman
You are
doesn't refer
referring
to
to the
this.
same thing. You're saying it's an individual who is a part who identifies within the category of woman. Unless you're using, are you utilizing the use mention distinction? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I am using the use mentioned
Okay,
distinction.
then tell me what you mean by the word woman, the category woman in the second sense. Then.
So the category woman, I'm just using as a sort of like somebody, or not somebody. The word woman is when I'm using it as a category, it's just how we classify the individual women, right?
Okay, that's circular again. You're not describing anything. So you can't say you just said it. You just said you weren't referring to the individual, but then you said the category was defined by the individual categorization of women. That is circular again.
No, 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 no. I'm saying that the category has certain conditions for that individual to belong into the category.
Okay, and the individual is what? A woman, right?
The individual is so if we're taking some individual and we want to classify them.
Stop. You're going all over the place. A woman is a person who self identifies into the category of woman. If you're using the use mention distinction, you mean something else by the word woman. What does the word woman mean in that second sense? If it's the category of woman or the categorization for the individuals of women, you're going in a circle. It would be circular.
Wait, break it down for me one more time so that I can
If
make
you're
sure that.
saying that stop, if you're saying that a woman is a person who identifies into the category of woman, and then you say that you're utilizing the use mention distinction, and the word woman means in the second sense the categorization for individual women, you are still being circular. It would still be circular. So I need you to elaborate beyond the word woman for the
So
second sense, for
oh,
the
okay,
second
I
sense,
see.
for the second sense of the word. So when you say a woman is a person who identifies into the category of woman, what do you mean by the word woman in that sentence? In the second sense,
Um, I just want to make sure that I'm trying to make sure that I truly don't think that I'm making a circular definition,
it
but
is
I'm trying
literally
to.
circular. I just explained how it was.
Well,
Thank you, Danessa. Appreciate
I
you.
don't.
Oh,
I
by the
don't.
way, guys, before you continue, guys, please send your live fest gifts. Apparently, there's some TikTok event going on. I don't think we're ever going to get to the top, but I think it's definitely worth it to send your live fest gifts. So if you are here, guys, any gifts that you're going to send, put it towards the live fest gifts. Okay, guys, I appreciate y'all. So yet again, it is circular. All right, you're just saying that woman is a person who identifies as a woman, and then you're saying that woman is the category that categorizes individual women. That's what you said. That's circular. You're not
So no, no,
describing
no, no.
anything.
So I'm saying that a woman self-identifies as being part of the social category called woman. So
And okay,
that's not circular.
and now I'm now asked. It is circular. Define the social category of woman without re-referencing the word woman again. Define the social category of woman in a way that distinguishes it from the category of man.
Well, the social the category of woman is just it's just a category with membership conditions, and
Okay,
those conditions
what are
those
the membership
conditions
what are the membership conditions that make a person fall into the social category of woman? You still have not defined it.
the conditions are one that an individual self-identifies as being part of that category.
Circular. You can't say the definition of the category is a person who identifies into the category. That is in fact circular. If you do it again, I'm going to drop you because now you're wasting my time. It is circular.
Okay.
Okay, so don't say the conditions for membership are identifying into the category of woman. That is circular. It is like saying the conditions to be a part of the category of dog is to look like a dog or say you are a dog. That's not describing anything.
But
So
I'm defining what I'm trying to define though is what a woman is. I'm not trying to define what a social category is.
You're saying the woman is a person who identifies into the social category. I'm asking you now to define that social category. What is the social category that the person identifies into? You said it's defined by a set of membership conditions. What are the membership conditions beyond saying you belong to the category? Saying belong to the category, saying that women are people who say they belong to the category of woman is circular. If you do it again, I'm going to drop you. It's a waste of time. This is basic English. We're taught in the English language that when we're defining a word, we don't repeat the word again. You're repeating the word again. And the use mentioned distinction is not helping here because you're still being circular in your second utilization of the word. You're not describing anything. I want you to elaborate and expound beyond the word. That's what I'm asking you to do.
I see. Well, here, let me just try to finish, and then if it's circular, then I understand.
It is inevitably going to be circular. If you're going to repeat the same thing that you repeated before, I'm not even going to listen to you because I've just explained it to you.
Well, can I give my second condition?
I don't want to hear. There is no second condition. The first one is already fallacious. I want to hear the condition. The first one you gave have already ruled and blown out the water because it is circular. You're not describing anything. There's no descriptive power held there by you saying a woman is a person who identifies into the social category of woman. There's nothing being attained there. So
You're telling me that it's circular, but it's not because you've just told me that the individual. I'm defining what a woman is. And then I'm using the social category as something separate. So it's
you're not. You're saying
circular.
no. That's not what you did. That's not what you did. You said it was the woman is the individual that identifies into the social category. That's what you said. I'm now asking you to define the social category without referring to the category itself.
Without referring to the categories, I see what the issue is there.
That's what I've been saying to you the entire time. You cannot say that a woman is a person who identifies into the category of woman, and then a woman is the category of woman. That's not describing anything.
Right.
Okay, so you keep saying I see. How about you understand now? I'm
trying to make sure that we're not just talking past each other. I mean,
I'm trying to make sure you're not circular. So I want you to now elaborate beyond the... Okay, so elaborate beyond the word now, sir.
It's hard. Okay.
It's hard to elaborate beyond the word, and you don't know what a woman is, sir.
Well, I'm trying to define woman, and then I'm just trying to make sure that I'm trying to be good faith and like not try to like.
If you are good faith, you would have understood my explanation 4 explanations ago. I've said the same thing to you now 4 times. I would now like for you to expound beyond the word. Define the word woman. You think trans women are women?
Okay, no. So I'm trying to define woman, and then you said that was circular. I don't think that it was circular.
It was, and I explained how it was. It was, and I explained how it was.
But you're trying to get me now to define the category. Right now,
you're saying the woman. Stop. You're saying a woman. You're saying a woman is a person who identifies into the social category. I then asked you to define the social category, and then you refer to the category itself. I asked you what defines women. You said it was a person who identifies into the social category of woman. You said you were utilizing. You said stop talking. You said you were utilizing the use mentioned distinction. I then asked you, okay, what do you mean by the word woman in the second sense? You then said that it's a category, social category defined by a particular set of membership conditions. I asked you what the membership conditions were, and you said identifying as one. That is circular, sir.
Okay, so maybe when we got to the use mentioned distinction, I was confused there, but I'm trying to define woman. And then also you're asking...
If you think trans women are women, go ahead and request a box. I'm not wasting my time anymore. Alex, can I get your age?
21.
Okay. Do you disagree with the prompt?
I'm confused by it. Like, all of them? Because they're... Why?
Not all trans women, but I'd say quite a decent amount of trans women are hurting women.
Okay, well, I have no argument then.
Pardon me, sorry?
True. I agree.
You agree? Do you think? Oh, okay, all right. Can I get your age, please?
38.
Okay. Do you disagree with the prompt?
I do.
Okay. Why so?
Because they're men.
Did you read the prompt?
Because they're men.
Read the prompt.
It says trans women are hurting women. What makes them trans?
What? I'm sorry. Do you disagree?
What makes them trans?
What, sir?
What
do you
makes them trans?
do you
Don't
agree?
talk over me. What makes them trans? Answer
how am
the
I?
question.
How am I? How am I talking over you when you're asking? Read the prompt.
Trans women are hurting women. Let's talk.
Okay, right. So
It's just your statement. It's not proof.
So we're looking. Okay. Do you think trans
Give me
women are women?
empirical proof.
Do you think?
Empirical proof. What
Somebody
makes them trans?
Somebody please come collect your uncle, please, because this man has no weight. Can you listen, please? All right, we're gonna break it down for you. Do you think trans women are women?
No.
Okay, I don't think that they're women. Okay, so when I say trans women are hurting women, I'm saying men are hurting women. Do you think men hurt women?
I'm sorry, what? Repeat the question.
Do you think men disproportionately hurt women?
Do I think men disproportionately?
Disproportionately.
Do you think using words such as disproportionately is going
That's
to affect or change or the type of conversation?
It's not disproportionately. Disproportionally. Disproportionally. Disproportion. Sir, we agree. You're debating me and we agree. I'm saying
I'm not agreeing with you.
What do you disagree with?
The fact that you are a man who thinks that you are a woman.
Sir, I am saying trans women are not women. I'm a man. I don't think I'm a woman. What are you talking about?
What makes the difference between them? What makes them trans?
Sir, I do not think that I'm a woman. I'm a man. I'm saying trans women are also men. What aren't you getting?
All it takes is somebody just stating the facts, but what are they?
You're not stating. You literally. You thought I was a trans.
trans.
You thought what makes a trans person trans? It means they have psychological incongruity with their sex.
Okay, no, that I can agree with.
But nigga, that's what I said. We agree.
Nigga.
Nigga, we agree.
Look, I'm gonna hop off here if you're gonna say that one more time.
Nigga. Okay. Oh, fucking K. Because you are fucking slow. Y'all are part of the reason that people think. Y'all are the people who think that. You're the reason that people think conservative people are slow, because this is exactly how y'all behave. Y'all don't even know how to fucking read. I've been saying from the beginning, trans women are not women. Trans women don't belong in women's spaces, and trans women are hurt women. And you're coming up going, oh, I disagree, they're men. Nigga, we're saying the same thing. We are saying the same thing. And you're up here yapping your gums off. OMG. Embarrassing. So we agree. So let's go over the fact if I drop your stupid ass. Right? Are trans women women? Yes. I don't even know how to pronounce that fucking name. And he left. There we go. CC, can I get your age?
I'm 31. Can you hear me?
What? CC.
I said I am 31. Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. All right. I can hear you now. Do you think trans women are women?
I think they are women, yes.
Why we gotta get a traitor? Traitor. All right.
Or
I'm sorry?
someone who disagree.
Pardon?
You said you wanted someone who disagree. I disagree.
No, I know. I'm just saying that being a traitor to your own gender is crazy work. All right, go ahead and tell me.
I don't necessarily think I'm being a traitor.
No, but you are. If you're saying that men can wear womanhood as a costume, you are quite literally
I mean,
a
I
traitor.
don't. Like I said, if people are in their own main characters of their own lives, and if they want to do that and be happy of who they are, do whatever.
Not at the expense of women. No.
I mean, it's not. I don't necessarily feel like it's the expense of women, but however they want to portray it is how they want to portray it. It's their lives, not yours.
We're not talking about the way they express themselves. We're talking about the fact that they are going into women's spaces and claiming to be women. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, if the world is letting them do it, who is anyone else?
No, but
to...
the world is saying, but the women are saying no. That's the point. Thank you, Gold. Can I get
Well,
a gold in
at
chat?
the end of the day, they're doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. That doesn't change the fact that it's wrong. I don't think you understand
I'm
it.
just saying, no shade.
It's still.
No
I'm
shade.
sorry.
I said, I'm just saying, no shade. Like,
If you don't want shade, don't stand under a fucking tree. Then I don't really give a shit if you don't want any shade. The point
girl.
is, I need you to tell me. You think they're women? Tell me what a woman is then, since you're a woman.
A woman is a biological woman.
You're just adding an adjective to the noun. You haven't defined the noun yet, so we're still waiting for
It's a
a
biological
definition
woman.
of the noun.
A woman
What
is
does the
a
noun?
biological
What does the
girl that's
noun?
born
What is the
with a
noun?
vagina.
Born with a vagina?
Yes, ma'am.
So trans women are not women.
If they want to be however way they want to be, then
Wait,
that's
no. That wasn't the criteria. The criteria was it was a person born with a vagina. They're not born with
I'm
vaginas.
just
They're born
saying
with
that
dicks.
that's your definition. That's your definition.
But they're born with dick.
Act
No,
like
that was
everyone
your.
else
We're
and then
talking
think
about.
everybody is supposed to follow you because you're loud.
Is this lady slow? This is your definition. You're the one who said a woman is a person who's born
If
with
you asked
female
me a question, I
genitals.
just answered it.
Okay,
If
all
that's
right.
not
So
my
hold
fault
on.
if
So
don't
can you?
agree,
All right, I'm gonna track it for you slow because you track like a nose blind dog. Let me help you out. You're saying a woman is a person born with female genitals. People in chat, are trans women born with female genitalia? No, right? So your definition excludes trans women. That's the point. That's the point, love. Your definition does not include trans women. You're excluding them from your definition while you're up your way when you fly and going, trans women are women. So your definition is not including them. That's the point, right? So let me see if you're getting it now. All right, we're gonna try you one more time. Okay, you think trans women are women? Can I get a definition of the word woman that actually includes trans women? That's what I'm asking you for. There's a little microphone icon at the bottom left. You can click on it to unmute and speak. We can't hear you right now if you're speaking. And if you're too slow to do that, then you're probably not ready for this conversation, madam. So if you want to have a conversation, there's a little microphone button. Click on the microphone icon. Click on it. Little microphone button. There we go. Right. So, right. So trans women are not born with female genitals. So how exactly are they women then?
They do their procedures. They get their hormones.
You said the person had to be born with them.
Miss.
Uh-oh. Did you not say, I'm sorry, did you not, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm sorry, did you not say that did you not say the person had to be born with it?
It's like you don't want to be a woman, right? You don't want to be a woman. You know that you're a man, but you got the slick back ponytail, you got this middle part, you got this no shame. Like,
you know what's funny? You know what's funny? These are the women who are part of the problem. Men cannot have slick back ponytails. My hair can't look good. It look good, right, chat? My hair look good, don't it? Yes. Hair slick back, nice. And you're jealous. A man cannot have a slick back ponytail. I can't take care of myself. A man cannot look good. And I still know I'm a man. That's the funny part. The trans women don't. They don't know. I don't want to be a woman. If I wanted to be a woman, I'd say it.
girl, why you keep muting me? Pooh,
well, because you're just being sexist. You're just being sexist and telling men that they can't wear ponytail. What about this? You don't think there are men out there with ponytails? You don't think there are men out there with long hair and ponytails? Is a problem?
Girl, I'm just
because you have to put on shake and go wigs every morning. Nobody else can have real hair. I'm asking.
I asked you a question too.
I answered you. I say I don't want to be a woman. These things, aesthetics do not make a person a woman. Make you feminine, sure, but I'm not a woman, and there are lots of men who have parts in the middle of their hair. I like when my hair looks neat. I don't look like your husband with his dandruff.
Look at your mannerisms.
Having a whole snowstorm up here. You see how my scalp is clean? Let's get close to the camera for a second.
I'm just saying, even your mannerisms gives girl. Look how you're patting your head. You're patting your head like a female would. That's like what a female would.
Look at my clean scalp. You're mad. You're mad. And you're a woman up here. You're a woman up here trying to say that men cannot have long hair and part their hair in the middle. My scalp is clean. Just because you have a whole avalanche of dandruff flowing down from the top of your head doesn't mean that everybody else has to. If you want to have a snowstorm up here, you can go ahead and have one, but it have nothing to do with me. So yet again, tell me what makes tell me what makes a person a woman. That's what I want you to tell me.
Listen, you. This was fun. You could get somebody. This was so much fun. I love you so much.
Yeah, sure it was. Anyways, type out ones and twos. If you think trans women are women, go ahead and request. These people are so weird. Can I get your age, please?
Yes, I'm 31. Oh, actually, no, I'm 32.
Okay, are trans women?
I believe so.
Y'all know what to type in the chat. Go ahead and tell me what a woman is, and since trans women are women.
Well, I think a woman is a woman who identifies as a female, including cisgender women and trans women.
That's circular. Can't say a woman is a woman who identifies as female. That's circular. You're repeating the word woman again. So let me clarify for the chat, since clearly we have never passed the 3rd grade here, because all of you people who are pro-trans or trans clearly ate Tylenol and crayons as snacks, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So when we're defining a word, we do not repeat the word in the definition of the word. It makes it circular. All right. So we have to elaborate beyond the word. We don't repeat the word that we're trying to define in the definition. All right. So for example, if I want to tell you what a dog is, I'm not going to tell you a dog is an animal that looks like a dog. I'm not communicating nor describing anything to you. I want you to elaborate and expound beyond the word. That's what we're asking you to do. All right. So go ahead and answer my question now. You think trans women are women? Tell me what a woman is. I don't repeat the word.
I think a woman is a person who identifies as their gender based on lived experience.
What is the person's gender?
Female.
Female is a sex.
Yeah. So okay. So that's kind of my point, and I'm coming up here because I am kind of wanting to see if you can change my mind. I'm a Republican, conservative.
If you think trans women are women, you are not a Republican.
I know. I know.
No.
So this is where, like, I want to be a little bit more informed because I've always been a liberal, just recently changed parties over to Republicans because I think liberals and Democrats are just wild. I've always believed that trans women are women because of gender identity. And like, just like how you said, female is based off of sex. And so I feel like being a woman is a gender identity. It's an identity, just like having, long hair is my identity, and people normally attribute long hair to being female.
No,
but
this is the sexism that we have to deconstruct in society. Long hair does not make you a woman. I'm tired of women coming up here and being told. I don't know who's telling you this, but femininity does not make you a woman. Feminine attributes are associated with women. Feminine attributes are often expected of women, but women are adult human females. Women are not some sort of social performance. Okay, so I need you women to break the sexism out of your mind. Okay, being a woman is a state of being. Women are people, not gender identities. Okay, so you saying women are gender identities is just really, really weird.
So no, I'm not saying that women are gender identities.
That's what you said.
I'm saying that you can identify as. I'm saying you can identify as a woman, and have that as your gender, like based off of your identity. So based off your like lived experience. So as a woman,
hold on, stop. Hold on. I need to know what the word woman means. When you say the person is identifying as a woman, what do you mean?
I mean, based off of your identity. So
what is the identity?
My identity as a woman would mean that like I just gave you an example. Like I have long hair. That's my identity as a woman.
Are there men with long hair? Are there men with long hair? Are there men with long hair?
I'm saying my identity as a woman is that's one way that I identify as a woman.
No, it's not, because there are men with long hair and there are women with short hair. So that's not what makes you a woman. No.
But that's what I'm saying is like you can identify these things as well. How can you say that? Because you're not a woman. You haven't
told me what a woman is, so I don't know how you know I'm not one.
Because I just heard you telling that man that you weren't a woman.
You don't know what a woman or a man is, so that's the issue.
I'm telling you what my lived experience is.
Your lived experience is a description of gender stereotypes. You're just describing stereotypes considered feminine. You're not describing women, you're describing femininity. I didn't ask you to describe femininity, I said define women. You're just describing stereotypes. I didn't ask you to give me stereotypes. It's just
So
revamped sexism.
If I was gonna say a female, I would say somebody who's born with
That's
this-
not my. But that's not my question. That's not my question. My question is, what is a woman?
A woman is somebody who is a woman. Like
That's circular. You're not. I'm sorry. Did I, Crayon Eater? Did I not explain this to you before?
So can
I explained this.
okay, I'm trying to be really nice to you, and I'm trying to get you to educate.
I don't like nice stupid people. I'd rather be you mean as hell because
Oh well, I'm
is
not. I'm
just
not
me.
gonna be mean to you because I don't have like that. That's not my type of energy. But what do you think a woman is?
An
Like,
an adult human female is a woman.
Okay, so what can you say as a woman? What is your lived experience as a woman? Because
I don't have lived
to-
experience. I don't have lived experience as an adult human female. I'm an adult human male, so I don't have lived experience as an adult human female.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not a woman, so I am a
What do you
woman,
mean
and I'm
by the
telling you
word?
as a
What
woman,
do you
this
mean
is
by
what
the
it is.
word
This is-
woman? You keep saying I'm a woman, and I'm asking you to tell me what do you mean when you say that word? When you say that you're a woman, what do you mean by the word woman in that sentence or phrase? What do you mean?
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to tell you.
as-
Okay, I'm going to clarify the question
as
for
a-
you. I
as
want
a
you to tell me.
woman,
Can
I'm
you
a
stop
male.
talking? Jesus Christ! I want you to listen very carefully to me. Tell me, what is the lived experience of a woman that a man would not have?
A lived experience is a woman that a man would not have. Well,
heard me.
that's being pregnant is one of them.
Okay, I'm not asking
A
you to
man
tell.
would
Okay,
have
all right,
the
hold on.
experience of being pregnant.
Okay, all right. So then, trans men are women then, because there are trans men who get pregnant. So trans men are not men then.
Say that again.
There are trans men who get pregnant. So you're admitting that trans men are not men; they're women.
I didn't say trans men are men.
If you think trans women are women, why are trans men not men?
I didn't say that either.
You
But
did.
you're-
You didn't say
you're
trans
putting-
women were. You didn't say trans women were women when I asked you.
I did say that, but you're putting words in my.
I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm not. Okay. Do you think trans men are men?
I think trans people are the people that they're trying to.
That's
identify.
not my question. Bomba rascal. That's not my question. My question is, do you think trans men are men?
I answered your question.
No, you didn't. You changed the question and then answered it. Do you think trans men are men?
Yes, then I think trans men are men.
Oh, so then, what was the dispute for then? So you think trans men are men, but you said the experience that women have that men don't is that they get pregnant. So then trans men are not men then, because men can't get pregnant according to you.
I
But
think
trans men can. So then trans men are not men. They're women.
male is different than identifying as a man.
You
Like, I
said
think-
you
the
said an
problem is
experience.
that
We
people
weren't
get
talking about sex. We were talking about woman and man. You said woman refers to a person who can get pregnant, and a man can't. That's what you said. Can trans men get pregnant, chat?
Okay, so then tell me what's wrong with gender identity.
Gender identity does not make any sense. It's a stupid little concept that you all created in order to make yourselves feel good, right? You don't identify as a gender. You either are or are not one. You all need to get that through your skulls. I don't
But it is-
identify. One second. I don't identify as a man. I am one because I am an adult human male. That is why I'm a man. I didn't say I was a man to be one. If everyone in the world went unconscious tomorrow and we were unable to exercise our gender identity, we would still be men and women. So being a man and being a woman are not contingent upon our minds.
So gender identity is widely recognized in medicine and
I
psychology.
didn't hear any. I just heard
That's
medicine
like
cycle. I
not-
don't know what you're trying to say.
Made up. That's wrong. Okay. I said gender identity is widely recognized in medicine and psychology.
Because psychology is the branch that helps to diagnose people with gender dysphoria, which then makes them lifelong patients of gender affirming care. So they're doing it for money. I would understand why. If I could make money
Well,
off of if I could make money off of diagnosing people with a condition that allows them to go through thousands and thousands of dollars of surgeries to make them think that they're the opposite sex, I'm sure they would do it too. They would do it. It's for money.
Well-
So I don't care that gender identity is recognized because all the definitions okay, give me a definition of gender identity from a psychological organization. From a medical organization. Since you're saying it's recognized in science.
neurobiology of gender identity and sexual orientation.
Neurobiology is not psychology. I said psychology, not neurology.
No, I'm giving you like this is the PMC.
I didn't ask you for a study. I said give me a that study does not have a give me a definition of gender identity from
Gender identity is a person's internal sense of being male or female.
Male and female. Okay, that's a flawed definition because male and female are sexes. You cannot feel like a male or feel like a female. Female and male are not feelings. They are states of being. A person cannot have an internal sense of sex. Sex is not a feeling.
You can have an internal sense of being woman or man.
That's not what your definition says. It says male or female. Those are sexes.
Well, talk to PMC about that.
Sorry. Okay, great. So, stop. No. So your definition does not make any sense. Gender identity cannot be one's. Can you stop talking over me, please? Gender identity is not one's feeling of being male or female because male and female are not feelings to begin with, my love. So a person cannot have an internal feeling of being male or female. Female and male are biological states of being.
Okay, biological sex and gender are not the same thing.
Then why did you use the terms male and female, which are sexes, to refer to gender identity?
Okay, I'm sorry. I should have said woman and man.
Well, that's not what the definition says.
Well, I'll take it back.
Okay, great. Well, you're making up your own definition then. You said, no, hold on. You appealed, no, stop. You appealed to science. You said science says you said it was widely recognized in psychology and medicine. The concept of gender identity. That's what you said. And the source that you just read from psychology, it wasn't even psychology, it was neurology, says gender identity refers to one's self-representation, internalized feeling of being male or female. Male and female are not sexes. So if psychology and medicine recognizes that gender and sex are different, why are they using them interchangeably then?
That's their definition of it, babe. I don't know.
The definition that you appealed to and are now disagreeing with.
A person assigned to sex at birth does not mean that's how they're going to identify later on.
Sorry, sex is not an identity. So you're still the sex. You don't identify as a sex. You are a sex.
Yeah, a person.
Okay, great. So just to clarify, no one is a sex. Can you stop talking? No one is assigned a sex. People are observed. Okay, I'm just going to start muting you now because you're just over talking. You're not even listening to anything I'm saying. You are observed a sex at birth, not assigned. No one is assigned a sex. It's not fucking homework. You don't get assigned a sex like you're assigned your homework. Right? You either are or are not male or female. Doctors simply make an observation when you were born. Okay? Now yet again, your definition, can you stop talking? Your definition of gender identity is not consistent with the definition of gender that you gave. You said gender and sex are different, therefore you cannot define gender identity as one's internalized feeling of being male or female because male and female are sexes. Do you think laughing nervously after I prove you wrong is going to make you look at it better?
I'm not laughing nervously. I'm laughing because you're so cute. Okay, so biological characteristics matter for sure. I'm not saying that those don't matter, but there are studies that show that gender identity is a real thing. Like I said, it's recognized in medicine and psychology, and like you said, it's recognized in psychology to diagnose gender dysphoria.
Your definition of gender identity was internally inconsistent. If gender identity and sex are different, you cannot say gender identity is one's internalized feeling of sex because sex is not a feeling.
Okay, and I said I took it back. So,
okay, so then I need a new definition of gender identity according to the science that you said existed. Give me a definition of gender. Where are you reading it from? Where are you reading it from? Where are you reading it from?
I'm not reading it from anything.
You said it. No, you said it. No, I'm going to hold it to your claim. You said it was widely recognized in science. That it was widely recognized in psychology. Okay, so show me. No, stop. You said it was widely recognized in psychology. Show me where in a psychological source or a source regarding psychology the definition of gender identity.
Okay, you
Don't
can
make up
look
your
up.
own. You are the one who appealed to science. You're going to have to
You can
hold to
look
that.
up neurobiology of gender identity. and
Neurobiology is not psychology. You said psychology. Give me a definition from a psychologically related
This is coming
field.
from neurobiology of
Neurobiology is okay.
gender
I'm gonna move on. She's not.
orientation.
She's not well. Type your ones and twos, guys. We are just looking because in the base, if you think trans women are women, go ahead and request the box. I'm really tired of it now. She said psychology recognizes gender identity. Is what she said. I'm then asking her for a source from psychology, and she won't give it. Give the source from psychology then. Why are you wasting everybody's time? And she's talking about how she's a Republican. Let me make something very clear. You are not a Republican and you are not conservative if you're up here saying that men can be women. That is not conservatism. And I'm not conservative and I know what that is. It's not conservative to think. I didn't even mean to invite you. But since you're here, we're gonna cover all the bases with you. Okay. Your definition is internally inconsistent. Can I get a definition from the field of psychology that defines the term gender identity? Not neuro. Can you stop and listen? Not neurobiology, gender identity in psychology.
Okay, I can go get one for you. But I was giving you the study that I was reading.
The study that you read from said male or female. We already clarified that was internally inconsistent.
So I'll go get a different one for you.
You do that then.
If you'd like to change my mind, how can you do that?
Did you get a source?
I'm trying to turn on my computer. Love.
Okay. We're waiting. If your computer's gonna take 3 to 5 business days for us to get through to you, then there's no sense in talking to you.
It says it's a core psychological experience, and that's from the APA.
That's not. There's lots of core psychological experiences. To further elaborate, please. Further elaborate. Oh my God. You see how these people are so ill prepared. So ill prepared, man.
Core psychological experience, not determined by chromosomes.
That tells me what it's not what it is. What is it?
Well, I'm giving you the definition of gender identity based off of psychology.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up myself because you're not even reading it in its entirety. APA's definition. And get ready to point and laugh, everybody. APA definition. Gender identity. All right. The APA says the same thing that you said before. Gender identity refers to one's internal sense of being male or female or something else. I don't even know what something else is, but you're referring to sex again. Male and female are sexes. Thank you, Up to Late. Can I get you Up to Late in chat, guys? Please, when people gift, please do show them their love, guys. They are putting their time and their money into it, guys. Please do shout them out when they give their gift, guys. Can I get you Up to Late in chat? Appreciate you, love. Thank you so much.
Yeah, see.
The APA says that gender identity refers to one's internal. I'm still talking. The APA refers to gender identity refers to a person's internal sense of being male, female, or something else. What is something else? A dog? A cat? A chicken? An attack helicopter?
No, I don't get that.
Okay, so you don't agree with the APA either. So where is this widely agreed upon psychological source that you keep trying to talk about? You said it was widely. You said it was what? Chat. Did she not say it was widely agreed upon? You said it was a widely agreed upon. You said it was widely agreed upon that gender identity is recognized in science and that it is different from biological sex. Thank you, Trezzy. Can I get a Trezzy in chat? So yet again, your sources all refer back to sex.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay, great. So yet again, tell me what a woman is. Because we're still waiting.
A woman is a female.
Okay, trans women are not female, so then trans women are not women.
Okay, so then what are trans women?
Men.
Men, what, pretending to be a woman?
Yup.
Okay, love.
Okay, love. Yeah. Men. Right? So, Are we clear now? We've gotten somewhere?
You know what? I will take what you say. That's fine.
Is that it? It's very unfortunate it took us that long to get there. It was very, very, very easy. Sure, it could have been very, very easy.
I still kind of believe that trans women are women based off of gender identity.
So define. Oh, thank you, out too late. Can I get that out too late for the whale diving? Thank you. What? But you haven't defined.
I just think that gender identity is something that you can identify. Based
So define.
Off of
So define what a woman is in the context of gender identity. Do that for me, please.
I think that it's based off of a lived experience.
What are the lived experience? Okay, not gold loco. Thank you, gold. Can I get W gold in chat? Thank you. I appreciate you, W gold. Okay, what are the lived experiences of a person with the woman gender identity that makes them a woman, that distinguishes them from a man? Thank you, Luma.
Well, I think it's deeper than an external anatomy. And
That's not telling me what it is. Okay, you're saying it's deeper than anatomy. What is it? Not what it's deeper than. I'm going to ask you to describe it relative to something else. Describe or define the gender, the lived experiences of a person who has the woman gender identity. Thank you, Judge. Can I get a judge in chat? Thank you for the trade. W judge in chat. Appreciate you.
like
Thank you.
I am a woman because I feel like I'm a woman. I feel
That's circular. I've been over this. Okay, you cannot repeat the word in the definition. I've been over this with you before.
well, I'm doing it anyways because that's.
But then
that's
you're
how
just
I'm
just being slow. Then you cannot repeat
Well,
the
no,
word
I'm not
in the
being
definition of
slow.
the. You are, because you cannot repeat the
Well, yeah,
word in
this
the
is true.
definition.
I
You cannot repeat the word in the definition of the word. It makes it circular. You have to elaborate and expound beyond the word. You can't say you're a woman because you feel like one. If I feel like a white person, does it make me one?
I guess if you really feel like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ, on a motorbike. Are you serious? Thank you, up too late and
I'm
never. Thank you,
not
guys.
being serious. So I feel like a woman because of.
I didn't ask you why you feel like a woman. I'm asking you what that is, not why you feel that way.
No, you did ask me that.
I
but-
didn't ask you why. I said what, not why. What makes you one, not why you think that you are one.
Well, what makes me a woman is that I'm a woman.
That's circle. Oh my. Are you. Sorry. Did you eat dirt as a child? Mud? Shit? Iron? Paper? Wood?
I don't know how else
Were you
to
a human termite?
explain
Because
it.
you're not listening to any. I've explained this to you over
I'm
and over.
listening to you, but I just don't know how else to say it. So
Oh, sorry. Phone's all the way up. Sorry. You're not describing anything.
I know. I'm just. This is the best.
So
way that I can
expound and elaborate beyond the word. That's what I'm asking you to do. Elaborate beyond the word. That's my question.
Yeah, I just don't know how to. I feel like I am a woman. I've always.
Can I get your age?
Yes, I'm 25.
Ow! Naya sounds like Naeem. Sir, can we get your age?
25.
Okay. Do you think trans women are women?
Yes, I do.
Of course you do. So tell me what a woman is, sir.
Yeah, I think, well, I'm going by the Cambridge dictionary definition. So a woman who lives and someone who lives and identifies as female.
Female is a sex. You can't identify as a sex.
Well, that's where we disagree. That's why I'm up here debating, right?
No, well, okay, well, I'm sorry. What does it mean to identify as female? If you're a male, how do you identify as female?
Well, I think in there lies our, disagreement.
I'm asking you to explain it, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to explain it to you. I don't think biological sex is as clear cut and black and white as you think it might be. So
I'm sorry, that doesn't change that a person cannot identify as a sex. Sex is immutable in humans. So if you're a male, you don't identify as female. You're still a male. So sex is immutable.
Well, that's where I disagree. I think it is
Okay,
mutable.
then you're disagreeing with science. So I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know what gynecorism means in biology, sir?
No, I'm not disagreeing with science.
Sorry,
A lot
do
of
you? Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, I'm asking a
I was
very. I'm asking a
responding
very.
to
Sorry, I asked a very direct question. Do you know what gonochorism means in biology?
No, could you
So,
expand on that for
so
me?
you are ignorant to science. Okay, so I'm going to explain it to you. There are three categories that refer to the mutability or the status of sex in sexually reproducing species. Okay, there is gonochorism, there is sequential hermaphroditism, and there is simultaneous hermaphroditism. Do you know the difference between those three things?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, give me the difference between gonochorism and simultaneous hermaphroditism.
So I don't know the specifics of what you're saying, but I know
So
that
you
there are
don't know.
different.
Okay, so you don't know.
I was going to expand for you if you would
So
let me.
okay, so
I know
hurry.
there are
So
different
don't start the
tiers.
sentence. Don't start the sentence by saying you don't know. Either you do know or you don't. Do you know the difference between sequential hermaphroditism and gonochorism? Simultaneous hermaphroditism. Sorry.
I know there are different tiers of hermaphrodism that
That's
appear
not the
in.
that's not the question. Do you
No, I
know the
don't know
dip?
the specifics
Okay,
of these different types of
okay, then the cavity below your nose needs to now close. I'm not going to explain it to you. Gonochorism means that the organisms are born one sex or the other, and over the course of their lifetime, their sex does not change. That applies to all mammals. All mammalians are gonochoric. We cannot change sex. Are humans mammals, Naya?
Of course.
Therefore, we are gonochoric, which means sex is immutable in our species. You can look up what gonochorism means. Okay? There is simultaneous hermaphroditism, which means that organisms are born with reproductive anatomy that can produce both types of gametes. Okay? So they have both sexually functioning reproductive organs. Right? Those are simultaneously hermaphroditic species that can be seen in some plants and other amphibians and so on. And then you have sequential hermaphroditism, which simply means that the organisms can change sex over the course of their lifetime. So clownfish, for example, can change their sex. Some invertebrate and frogs and so on can change sex. Okay, humans
Right.
apply to the first category, so we're gonochoric species. So sex is immutable in humans. So your statement that humans cannot change. Humans can change sex, so that sex is mutable in humans, is utter denial of our taxonomy. We are gonochoric. We cannot change sex.
Could I respond? I see what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying, and I think we've all seen these different organisms, but I still think that based off of I don't think you're using one definition from wherever you found that, right? But there are different scientific societies and scientists that do say that biological sex is composed of multiple different components, right? It's your internal.
Show me
genitalia.
one second. Show me one
Okay.
source that says humans can change sex. Show me one.
Okay, I'm not by my computer, so I'm gonna swipe up to my.
You know it doesn't exist, right? You can try and look for
I
it.
can literally find it for you, but I'm just saying that I'm on my
Show me one scientific source with basis that proves that humans can change sex.
Okay, I will. And like I said, I'm on my phone, so I'm going to slide up. I don't know if that mutes me or takes me out, so I'm gonna do that. Okay.
If you come out, it will take. Yes, we won't be able to hear you, but we'll wait for you.
Oh,
Go ahead.
really? Ugh.
I'll
can go get my computer
I'll
if you
talk
really
I'll
want
talk
me
to my
to.
I'll talk to my audience while you go ahead and look.
Okay, I can go to my computer. Just it's gonna take me
Okay.
a second.
And also, by the way, guys, these are the same group of people that say trans people aren't denying their biological sex because gender and sex were different. Now we're arguing that humans can change sex. I just want to note
There are
I just want
different
no hold on.
people.
I'm sorry. I thought you were going to your I'm speaking to my audience, not you. You can go look at your computer. This is the slippery slope that comes from the trans movement. First, it was gender and sex were different. So gender was the social and sex was the biological. And trans people. How many people in here have been told trans people know what their biology is, and trans people are not denying what sex they are? Ooh. Every damn day we hear it. And then now we have a trans woman up here telling us that humans can change sex. People are delusional. It never, you guys go from one absurdity to the next. If you are denying the basic fundamental reality that humans could change, by the way, if humans could change sex, there would be no need to be transgender. You would just change your sex and live as the opposite sex. The whole point of being trans is that you cannot live as the opposite sex and you wish to identify as a different sex. So the fact that there are transgender people proves that humans cannot change their sex. Proves it. Okay? We don't call animals that can change sex transgender. They're sequentially hermaphroditic. They change their sex and they move on to the next. That's it. Right? So humans cannot change sex. You're just denying basic biology and then gaslight us and say that gender and sex are different. So gender and sex are different, but humans can change their sex. Utter foolishness. Did you find the source? As a matter of fact. I will Google it with you. Can humans change sex?
That's not what I googled, but okay.
What are you Googling? Okay, I'm gonna look it up for you. So, according to the Clinical Advisory Network on Sex and Gender, no, humans cannot change sex, which is determined at fertilization and which is your genotype, and during embryonic development phenotype. People may change features about their lives, such as interests, hobbies, diet, friends, and careers. However, some facts are unalterable, including biological sex. That's according to the Clinical Advisory Network on Sex and Gender. So humans cannot change sex. That is a fact.
Okay, well, I just found from the American Society for Reproductive Medicine, biological sex is a multidimensional construct based on anatomy, physiology, genetics, and hormones.
Where does it say there that humans can change that?
Well,
where does it? Okay, where in the source does it? Where I want you to read the line where it says it's mutable, that humans can change their sex. Also, calling sex a construct is completely inaccurate.
Context clues and basic reading comprehension that is assumed by reading the definition, right?
No, it's not assumed by reading the definition.
Well,
no, it's not.
I can explain it to you since you don't seem to understand it.
Sure, explain it to me then.
So based on that definition, right, and based on other sources, so biological sex would be a combination of things, right? It's internal genitalia, external genitalia,
which cannot be changed.
Chromosomes,
which cannot be changed. Hormones can be changed.
Characteristics.
Secondary sex characteristics do not define sex. That's an inaccurate evaluation of sex.
I mean, in a lot of definitions, that is included in the.
Okay, well, I'm saying to those definitions are inaccurate. That's the issue. So just to clarify, the reference. No, hold on. I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to explain it to you since you clearly lack the comprehension to understand. Secondary sex characteristics do not define sex because secondary sex characteristics develop during the pubic stage. Do you understand the difference between primary and secondary sex characteristics, sir?
Of course, in secondary sex.
Right. So secondary sexual secondary sexual characteristics develop during the pubic stage. Are humans born with a sex, or do humans develop sex at puberty?
Well, I think that we start off.
Answer my question. Do humans develop sex during puberty, or do we have a sex at birth?
I will answer it if you stop interrupting me.
You either say it is one or the other answer. It is either at birth or at puberty. Answer the question. Are we born?
It's both because biological
it's not both.
Is composed of multiple components.
You're born. It's not. It is not both. No, you can't.
You're usually born with either a schmenis or a schmagina, right? So
we don't define sex by. We do not define sex by genitals. This is the issue. These are modern day. These are postmodernist definitions of biological sex that are inaccurate. Sex is defined. Sex is. I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain it. I am going to explain it to you. The definition of biological. Let me just mute you since you don't know how to act like an adult. Biological sex, the definition does not change based on what species you're talking about. Not every species has secondary sexual characteristics. The definition of sex refers to a reproductive strategy ordered toward the production of large or small gametes. The definition of sex does not change based on what species you're talking about. So you've misunderstood, and so has that organization, the definition of biological sex. They've misunderstood it. Sex is not defined by secondary sexual characteristics. Lots of people don't develop secondary sexual characteristics. Secondary sex characteristics have to do with pubic development. Okay? So no. Your sex is defined by your reproductive strategy possessed, that is either produces a particular type of gamete or primarily organizes itself around the production of that kind of gamete, large or small. Not by chromosomes, because you're confusing sex determination with the definition of sex, right? So you're confusing a lot of things. So I'm going to ask you a very basic question. Do you understand the difference between sex determination and the definition of sex?
Can I respond to what you said?
Do you know the difference between Do you know the difference? Do you know the I'm asking you a direct question, sir. Do you know the difference between sex determination and the definition of sex?
I believe so. Yes.
Tell me the difference. Tell me the difference between sex determination and the definition of sex.
Yeah, I mean, sex determination is like your biological factors that determines what sex you're going to develop into.
That's a circular description. You repeated the word sex and determination as well. No. Elaborate. What is sex? What is sex determination?
A set of biological factors that determine how you develop.
That's literally circular again.
I didn't use the words that you.
You use the word.
opposite?
You use the word determined again in a description of sex determination.
I said
You are literally
develop,
being
not
circular.
determine.
You
It's
said
develop.
you said it determines how you develop. What
We
are the
do it.
biological what
It's
are the biological factors that determine sex?
What are the biological factors? Chromosomes, like I said, hormones, internal
Hormones.
estrogen.
Okay. Hold on. Se- Primary sex characteristics are part of the definition, not the determination. So I'm going to explain it to you because you're slow. A sex determination method refers to any
You
particular
understand
quality. Can you
biology.
stop interrupting? I'm going to educate you now.
Stopped
Stop
in third
speaking.
grade.
Stop speaking. A sex determination method refers to any quality, condition, or circumstance that is required to initiate the development of an organism's reproductive strategy.
Obviously, we
That
know
is
this.
what
This is
that
third
is
grade.
what
We know
that
this.
is what a sex determination method is. It refers to a
course,
particular
we know.
process. If you interrupt again, I'm going to drop you. Stop interrupting. A sex determination method refers to any quality, condition, characteristic, or circumstance that is required to initiate or cause the development of an organism's reproductive development. Okay, that is what a sex determination method is. In humans, the sex determination method is chromosomes because chromosomes carry the necessary genetic information to initiate the development of your reproductive anatomy. Okay, in other species like crocodiles, the sex determination method is not chromosomes but instead temperature. The temperature at which the eggs incubate determines the sex of the organism. What defines the organism as male or female is the subsequently developed reproductive pathway that follows from the sex determination method. Okay, so in humans there are two reproductive strategies. Do you know what the two reproductive strategies are called?
This doesn't really seem like a debate. because
Do
you're
you
just-
I'm trying to educate
Yes,
you
this is
because you
basic.
did.
This is basic biology. We learned.
You said it was basic biology and you didn't know what it was.
I did.
Answer my question. What is the name? What is the name of the two reproductive strategies that follow from the sex determination method in humans? There are two. One begins with M, and one begins with W.
Repeat that. I didn't hear it all the way.
What are the respective names for the reproductive strategies that follow from the sex determination method deposited at conception in humans? One begins with M, one begins with W.
Are you talking about men and women? Men and women.
No, that's not it. No.
Okay, I don't know. Like, I feel like
Exactly. So you keep saying it's basic biology, but you don't know what it's called. It is called the Müllerian and the Wolffian pathway.
This is
Müllerian.
really-
Stop talking. Stop talking.
interrupt, but
You're
I can't interrupt.
You're uneducated on the topic, and you keep speaking about it. You don't even know what the reproductive path. You didn't know. Stop. You didn't know the difference between sex determination and sex. You didn't know the definition for sex. You didn't know the names of the pathways that define sex. It is
This is
called.
very
It is
low
called.
IQ.
It is
It's
called the
very low
Wolf.
IQ.
If you interrupt again, I am going to drop you. Stop interrupting and listen. There are two reproductive pathways in humans that organize themselves around the production of large and small gametes. What are they called? I just told you what they were.
I don't even know if I can engage because you're not even letting this be a
All
back.
right, and he's back in the request. I'm going to ask him one question. If he doesn't want to answer, I'm just going to drop him, and I'm not letting him back up. I'm giving you one more opportunity to redeem yourself. If you're not going to answer anything, I'm just going to drop you. You've already proven that you're ignorant to science. I'm giving you one more opportunity. What is the definition of gametogenesis, Naya?
Like we already went through, gametogenesis is the process of developing a gamete.
No, define it properly.
The
What
precursory
process
in the development of a sex cell.
what process must complete in order for a gametocyte to become a gamete?
Gametogenesis.
It begins with it begins with an M.
Oh, I don't remember the word. I know what you're.
Meiosis.
Oh, meiosis. Okay. that was
Meiosis.
something else.
Right.
Okay.
Meiosis. Okay. So if gametogenesis is the formation of gametes through meiosis, if meiosis does not is not complete, do you have a gamete?
You have an
Answer my question. No, answer the question.
You're
If-
using third
if-
grade
if
science.
my-
It's an
stop.
unfertilizable gamete.
This is exactly why you're not listening. If meiosis is the process by which, if meiosis is required for a gamete to be formed from a gametocyte cell, if meiosis is not complete, do you have a gamete?
You have an unfertilizable gamete.
Do you have a no? It's not a gamete. It would be a gametocyte. Is it a gamete? If it has not yet gone through meiosis, is it a gamete?
It's an unfertilizable gamete.
Answer my question. No, it is not. What do you think
Per the
unfertilized
National
gamete?
Library of Medicine. Yes.
They need to. It would be if. Okay, I'm not talking about whether or not it has been fertilized. We are talking about the developmental process. Do you need meiosis to have a gamete? Yes or no?
Have a fully developed gamete.
Do
that is
you
fertilized?
need?
Yes.
Do you need meiosis to get a gamete? Look at him on pause. And he left. You people are just in denial of science. Gametocyte cells are not gametes. They have to go through a developmental process to become gametes. And he's back up in the guest request again.
My TikTok.
I want a direct answer to my question. Do you need meiosis to get a gamete?
A fully developed fertilizable gamete, yes.
Answer my. Stop adding stuff to the. Stop adding stuff to my question. Gametes are gametes haploid cells or diploid cells?
There are different stages to the development of a gamete.
Are gametes haploid cells or diploid cells?
There are different developmental stages to a
At
gamete.
any point, is a gamete a diploid cell?
If we're referring to the oocyte, the precursor, then
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Are gametes diploid or haploid? Let's look it up.
Well, it's gonna give you
Gametes. No, no. I'm done with playing with your word games. Gametes are haploid cells, not diploid cells. Gametes are haploid. Are oocytes haploid? Are oocytes haploid or diploid cells?
They're the precursor.
That means they're diploid. That means they're diploid cells. Okay, so then they're not gametes because gametes have to be haploid cells. You absolute nut job. Oocytes are diploid cells. They have to go from diploid to haploid, which means meiosis has to complete. So they're not gametes.
That is your cherry-picked opinion.
That's the definition. Gametes are haploid cells. In order to get a gamete, it has to go from diploid to haploid. Oocytes are... Okay, I'm done. I'm not crashing out over a gender confused man. If you want to deny science, I'm done. And then this Sen girl is back in the comments again. People are so slow.
Okay, so I've listened. I understand what you're saying now. And I now you have changed my mind. So I don't think trans women are actual women. But I just wanted to let you know that I was listening to you. I was trying to take in what you were saying. And I was trying to follow along. Yeah, what I was saying made absolutely no sense. You were right. Like, okay. I was trying to say it the best way that I could, and I wasn't making any sense. So yeah, you were absolutely right.
Okay.
And I'm sorry for coming up here and wasting time. But I did want to get some knowledge about this, get some information about it, because I've been at the left. I was a liberal for such a long time, and I feel like I was really brainwashed by them. And I'm stepping out of that and trying to get away from leftist things, and so I was very supportive of the trans community, and not that I think that they're bad people, but I do agree that I don't think that they are actual women. And thank you for explaining that. And I know that maybe you weren't as patient with me, but that's okay because I was being annoying, so I understand.
No problem. Can I get your age?
19.
Can you speak up? I can't really hear you that well.
19.
La 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 Elmo's world.
Okay. Are trans women?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question. Is there a reason you're talking like this? Do you think you sound like a woman when you talk like this?
I could say the same thing for you.
No, but you sound like such. Come here on top. Almost world.
I don't.
Almost world.
The
Almost.
difference is that you can understand
Hey,
me. You can't
Rocco.
understand
Hey,
you.
Rocco.
What?
Oh, I just love Almost world.
You don't look like Elmo. You look more like the shit that I just.
Yeah,
said.
Elmo. Hi.
No,
Elmo.
baby.
Do you
No,
think you
baby,
sound
it's
like
not
a
that.
woman when you talk like this? You sound like you have a
Yeah.
tennis ball at the back of your throat. I'm not telling you sound like.
And the gap in your teeth
You
looks like a
sound. You don't
Twinkie.
sound like a woman. People are almost asking, does this man sound like a woman?
Yeah. Okay.
Elmo. Elmo doesn't think
And
you're a
I'm not a
woman.
man. I'm a woman.
Elmo doesn't think you're a woman.
Well, Elmo's a
No,
made-up character,
I
just
don't
like a
think
mental health
Elmo.
inside your
What do you
head.
guys say? Elmo. I don't think Elmo thinks you're a woman. No.
Thanks for the gift, babe.
Elmo, you're not a woman. Elmo says no.
Stop,
Elmo is
stop
literally a
talking,
kid's
stop talking
cartoon
like that. You don't
character.
sound like a woman. You just sound like a bona fide man on helium. You
I
don't
could
sound
say
like
the
a,
same for you.
stop him. But I'm not trying to sound like a woman. So that's the difference between me and you. I don't want to be a woman. You want to be
Are
one.
you
Really
sure?
bad.
It sounds a lot like
So-
you're trying.
I'm trying what?
Maybe you're trying too.
I don't know. I have a question. Why do you guys always project your gender confusion onto me when y'all don't get your way? Like
You're
so.
literally applying some lip stuff, and you literally have your hair in a ponytail.
I'm going to
and you're
clock you really
trying-
quickly. I want you to read what's written on this tube here.
I said lip stuff.
Yeah.
So I
What's
clocked you back
what's
then.
written there? What did it say?
Vaseline, but it's inverted.
Okay, so it's fucking petroleum jelly.
Girl, what the fuck you talking
Right,
about?
Vaseline. So just because your mouth is
Okay.
crusty, musty, and dusty, and look like the cracked floor of the Sahara Desert, doesn't mean that mine doesn't have to. But mine has to.
You literally look like you
I
came out
like
from
my
a
I like my lips to look good. So it says Vaseline on the
Well, why didn't
thing.
you put some effort in? I mean,
Right.
the Vaseline ain't saving that baby.
Put some effort into what?
Your lips. You just said you like them to look less dry. Girl,
I
look
like
at them.
yeah. My lips don't look dry.
They literally look like my ass.
Well, my ass isn't plumbed. My lips aren't plumbed through like your ass. So I would doubt that. But all right. So, anyways,
It definitely smells like my ass.
can you
girl.
tell me? Can you tell me? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, can you tell me what a woman is, since you think trans women are women so badly, sir?
Yeah, a woman is someone who identifies as a woman.
That's literally circular. I don't know how else I'm supposed to explain it to you. You cannot be circular with the definition.
Okay. Well. a
Right. So you're
woman
not
is someone who
you're not describing nor defining
Maybe.
anything. So I don't really even see the point.
A woman is someone who identifies in a certain cultural appropriation that aligns
Certain
with someone
cultural
as a woman.
approach. So women are defined by cultural appropriation. Okay. What are the
Yeah.
what are the cultural appropriation? What are the cultural
So,
appropriations that
a
women
woman-
identify with?
So we identify like we cook, party.
Are we supposed to take trans women seriously when this is how you speak about women? When you're literally trying to, you think women
Don't
cook, they
party
clean, and they
about
party. You think that's what they? So I have a question for all the women in chat who are pro-trans, because I saw quite a few people in chat saying that as a cis woman, I like support
You're a
trans women.
feminist?
So the women in chat who are pro-trans, is this what y'all support? Men in dresses saying that the reason that you're a woman is because you cook, clean, and party?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that
Well,
what we're all about here? Because that
for the
seems to be
people-
apparently the case.
Okay.
Because all of
Guys,
you women who
for
are
the
no, hold on, I'm
people-
speaking. All of you women who are
Okay,
apparently
Lisa.
pro-trans. 1 second, I'm talking. All of you women who
Oh,
are
Lisa,
apparently.
1
I'm
second,
still
so I'm
talking, sir. So
talking.
unless
all
you want me
the-
to
all the
mute you,
people that
maybe stop
support that,
talking
like-
while I'm talking. Okay. So all the women out there who claim to be pro-trans, is this what you support? If you're embarrassed for this young man right now, please type embarrassed in chat. It's literally just revamped misogyny, and then you're calling it trans inclusivity. You are so embarrassing.
I'm not embarrassing at all. What's
You are
embarrassing
literally
is your-
embarrassing yourself. You're defining women as people who cook, clean, and party.
Yeah, girl. Girls
Yeah.
just want to have fun.
You're just sexist. Like it's and I don't really care if you're trolling or not. It's like not even funny.
Sexist nigga? Like
It
what?
is sexist. Yes.
It's not sexist. Do you even know what the word sexist means?
Sexism, the literal first definition of sexism is stereotyping on the basis of sex. Do you not think that partying, cooking, and cleaning are not stereotypes or social roles that are
No, because I am a
stereotypically
woman, so
associated
I'm
with
allowed
women?
to say it.
No, you don't get to be sexist because you're a man. No,
No, because I'm a woman.
you're a man.
I was literally born as a woman.
Yeah, and I was born white.
I mean, what happened? Maybe you should jump in the shower.
Yeah, maybe you should jump back into your manhood. Well, I mean, you're still in it, so I don't even know why I'm saying you to jump
Maybe you
back
should
into
jump
it.
off a cliff.
When you become a woman, I'll jump off a cliff.
Oh, I'm a woman right now, so get. to the
No,
cliff,
you're a
boo.
man.
Oh, am I really?
You are.
Says who? Says who?
Me.
Okay, and who are you?
My name is Nathan Campbell. You can look me up.
Nathan Campbell from the
Yeah.
dark, deep roots of Africa is trying to tell me I'm not a woman.
Do you think Africa's in Jamaica's in Africa? You think Jamaica's in Africa? Sir, go back to history. Africa?
Bitch, okay, let's go back to history
Jamaica
together,
is
boo.
in the West
Who's the
Indies,
slave?
boo. No, Jamaica is in the West Indies. That's literally we're literally on the Africa's in the West. We're in the East. Don't that lie.
And where did you, how did you
Africa's
get,
in the East.
How did you get to Jamaica?
Africa's in
How
the
did you
Africa's
get
in
to-
the East. We're in
how
the
did you get
West.
to
We're in the West
Jamaica?
Indies.
How
Sorry,
did-
wrong way
how-
around.
How did you get to Jamaica, man?
How did I get to Jamaica? I was born here.
From Africa because of the slave trade. Maybe we should bring
Africa-
it back.
I'm sorry. Jamaica is this person slow? Jamaicans were here before the slave trade. They were called Tainos. They were indigenous people called the Tainos.
There's no
the-
indigenous people to Jamaica, you fucking nigger. Are you stupid?
There are no indigenous people to Jamaica. Please look up the Tainos, the Caribs, and the Kalinagos. Look them up. Look them up.
There's no
Look
indigenous
them up.
people to Jamaica.
The indigenous people to
Okay,
Jamaica,
you're
the
about to
indigenous
get proof
people
on
to
my
Jamaica
friend,
were
girl.
called the Tainos.
No,
Do
you're
you
about
want
to
me
be proved wrong
to? Do
by
you want me to Google it for you?
Yes, please.
Do you want me to Google it? I will Google it for you. 1 second. And just to clarify, this is the racism and the xenophobia that comes from trans people, and then you wonder why we think that you're not mentally well. Okay, right. So, anyways, really quickly, were Tainos indigenous to Jamaica? Okay. Right. So, the Taino people were the indigenous people of Jamaica, having migrated from South Africa around 600 AD.
Oh, so they're from South.
They were Arawak. They were the original. They were the
right. So
original.
they're from-
They were the original.
they're from
They were the
South Africa.
they were the original inhabitants of Jamaica.
Africa.
They were from the
Oh,
Arawak
right.
tribe, so
They're from
they
Arawak
were
tribe.
indigenous.
Okay, so they're originally
Indigenous.
from South
Indigenous. Indigenous.
From South
So they
Africa.
were indigenous to Jamaica. They were indigenous. They were indigenous to Jamaica. Have a good day, sir. Wasting my time. This is a man. Watch. I'm never wrong about this. Hello?
Hi.
Clocked. All right. Can I get your age, please?
I'm 25.
All right. Give me a second. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch my microphone and get my alt account up on the panel. Just wait there and be very, very patient. Okay, give me just a second. All right, sir. All right. So as I was saying, you think trans women are women, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me what. I take you people seriously. Tell me what a woman is. Go ahead.
I'm on the same fence, even though you say it's a circular definition. I think words and language expands. I don't think the word woman denotes specific science in relation to gender. I think it also has a cultural aspect to it.
I don't see how that tells me what a woman is. I'm sorry.
No, because you always go into like a very scientific perspective when it comes to language and words. But I don't think that's actually the case. And in terms of like the notion of a trans woman or the trans community, I feel like in a wider context is more to do with gender nonconformity, like and it's different depending on country and culture as well.
I'm going to explain to you how it's not gender nonconformity. It's not gender nonconformity when you disassociate from the gender stereotypes associated with your sex and then go do the opposite gender stereotypes associated with the opposite sex and then call yourself the opposite gender. That's not gender nonconformity. Gender nonconformity states that you are a man or a woman regardless of those things, not by those things. So trans women are not performing or participating in gender nonconformity. They are perpetuating gender stereotypes, not disassociating with them. So that's not true. And by the way, being trans is not gender nonconformity. A trans person is a person who has psychological incongruence with the sex that they were observed at birth. That's what a trans person is, right? So they don't want to be a particular sex, and so they go through a process to try and emulate the opposite sex. That's what that is, right? So yet again, I'm still waiting for you to tell me what a woman is.
But that's questionable. Everyone's perspective in terms of trans isn't the same as well. It's not like a monolith in terms of the community as a whole. Like even in Thailand, for example, like they see themselves as a third gender. They don't see themselves as being like...
Lady boys are not a third gender. No.
Well, culturally, that's how they're
not
received and understood.
Lady boys are seen as men. That's not true. Lady boys are not a third gender in Thailand. It's a third term that is used to refer to a type of man, but it's not a third gender. Just like femboy in Western culture is a term that refers to a type of man. It's a third term outside of man and woman. It isn't its own gender. Femboy isn't its own gender. It's a subtype of man.
That's in terms of how, but not in terms of how it's actually received and how those people operate within society.
Yes, it is based upon how they... Lady boys, you know how many videos there are of lady boys saying, I'm a man, I'm not a man, I'm a lady boy? I'm
Yeah,
not a
but they're
woman, sorry,
talking
I'm a lady
about
boy.
science and biology, but in terms of how people operate in real life, that's a different thing.
In Thailand, they are men.
Yeah, but
lady
there can be
boys
an
are
understanding of science, and that's different from the understanding of how culture works and society works. Those people
Culture does not define women and men, so that's irrelevant.
No, but can you not understand that there's a difference between the science that you're talking about and how gender in real life exists and what that's informed by?
No.
What do you mean, no?
I'm sorry, want me to say it in Spanish? No.
But that's not expanding on that point. That's not it's saying your point.
You asked me how if I understand how society impacts. I don't even remember your question, but gender, whatever. I said no, because society does not define gender. There are social constructs and social relations associated with men and women, but they do not define them. That's the point. Right?
Yeah, they don't define them, but in terms of practice,
right? And hold on.
practice.
So hold on. Stop. There's no need for you to proceed with that line of thought because my question has nothing to do with anything else outside of the definition. I'm asking you to define men and women. I'm not asking you to tell me about social and cultural characteristics associated with men and women. If I wanted that, I would have asked. I said define.
No, but that's exactly the point, though. In terms of how language is used, isn't just about the bare bones of science and whatever. It's informed by culture and how.
Okay. So how is the word woman used culturally? In a way that distinguishes them culturally from men.
It's about the feminine identity in that.
And there's the sexism. Are there masculine
How is that
women?
sexist,
Are
though?
there masculine women who hold the masculine identity?
Of course, but that's
right. So the feminine identity does not define women then. It's just sexism. You're just phrasing women as femininity. Women are not defined by femininity. I am so motherfucking tired of you men in dresses coming up and saying that women are defined by feminine identity. Women are not feminine identity. They're not stereotypes. They are adult human females not defined by any of those things. So no, the word woman is not culturally defined by the feminine identity.
I'm not in disagreement of that per se. I'm just
you
saying
are?
about no, I'm not, because my own opinion is that gender nonconformity exists in terms of a third gender. I see it as something as other.
It is not a third gender. They're just men and women who do not conform to traditional norms and stereotypes associated with their sex. You would just be a gender nonconforming woman or a gender nonconforming man. Gender nonconformity does not make you another gender.
Like the difference is you just are focused on the scientific aspect of
women and men are defined scientifically in biology. Also, sociology is a science. So science and sociology are not mutually exclusive. Sociology is a science. So we're still talking about science. The difference is that we're talking about a soft science. In the social sciences, when we're referring to gender as a social construct, they're not saying men and women are the social constructs. They are referring to the socially constructed structures and behaviors that we associate or expect of men and women. Men and women are still defined by sex in all of those contexts.
But I'm saying in terms of the practicalities when it comes to this is what I'm saying, like the community itself still exists regardless of what definitions are surrounding it.
Okay, yes,
so even if there is a
still
global consensus that trans women aren't women, they still exist as that in society.
As men. They exist as men, yes. Trans women exist in society as men. Yes.
But that's not true, though.
Yes, they do.
That's
because they're
not true.
Yes, they do. They're men.
Yeah, but that's your
not
own
women.
Perspective in terms of.
I am asking you to give me your perspective. Stop. I am asking you to give me your perspective, and then you respond by saying that it is femininity, which is not true because there are masculine women.
No, that's not exactly what I said.
That is exactly. I asked you what defines women socially and culturally, and you said the feminine identity verbatim. I asked you if there are women out there who hold the masculine identity or present or act masculine. You said yes. So that's not what makes a person a woman socially and culturally then. So that is exactly what you said. So women are not defined socially as the feminine identity. There are masculine women.
Of course there is.
So then your answer fails, just like your sex change. I want you to answer my question. What defines women socially and culturally that distinguishes them from men categorically speaking?
But you already know my fundamental understanding of that is completely different because I don't think it exists on a binary anyway.
Oh my God, it doesn't. Okay, I'm not saying that you think it exists in a binary. I'm still asking you to distinguish.
But that's exactly what those terms refer to.
No, I'm just asking. If the terms refer to a binary and you believe in and you don't believe in a binary, then you should not be using the terms woman and man then.
But that doesn't pertain to the same thing.
Hold on. Sorry, did you not just say you don't believe in the binary and woman and man refer to binaries? Did you not just say that?
Yes, but in terms of
so then if you don't believe in it,
so if you don't on that binary, it's not like
you cannot have a spectrum. You cannot have a spectrum. You cannot have a spectrum on a binary. If you have two categories on a spectrum, that would be a bimodal representation, not a binary representation.
Yeah, a spectrum still has a start and ending point. It's still a spectrum.
Okay,
of things.
So where does women? Where does? Okay, so
oh my God.
So answer the question then, sir. Where does woman start socially and culturally that defines them, and where does man? Where does it begin and end, and where does man begin and end? That's my question.
Where does it begin and end? On a spectrum, a spectrum is fractional. There's still a start and end point.
What is the I'm not even going to. Let me. I need to calm down because I'm not even going to get myself, because you don't know what you're talking about, and I'm getting myself flustered over you. What is the start and end point? Where does woman start till it ends, and where does man start that it ends? Where is the line that distinguishes them on your spectrum?
I would say man and woman are the points of the spectrum, not where
what
does it
makes
start.
What makes them different, Saffron?
What makes them different? But they just are different. I don't understand.
What makes them different?
What do you mean, what makes them different?
Am I supposed to believe trans women and men are mentally well when this is exactly how you all respond to basic questions? I am asking you what makes them different. What makes the categories different from each other?
They are just different categories.
What makes them different?
What do you know the answer to that question?
I already know what my answer is, but
So
your
what's the
answer
answer?
is
What's the answer to
no,
the question?
no. Stop! You're pivoting. Stop.
I'm not pivoting because I think they're just
I'm going to
different
explain. I'm going
categories.
to, sir. I'm going to explain how you're pivoting. Close the cavity below your nose. I am saying that women and men are defined biologically.
was funny.
That's what I'm saying. You're saying women and men are defined socially and culturally. We're not talking about my view, we're talking about yours. You said women were defined socially and culturally. Under your perspective, what defines and distinguishes women from men socially and culturally, definitively speaking? That's my question.
But you didn't answer your perspective on that either.
I already told you what my perspective is. My perspective is biological sex. You don't agree with that.
Because I don't think language is used just in terms of biology and
so
science.
describe it in the other way that you see fit. Why aren't you answering the question?
I am answering the question. You
You're
don't
not.
Like my
I am
answers,
asking
or
you to
don't
tell.
like my
I am
perspective,
asking you to.
and that's
I
why
am
we have
asking.
different perspectives.
I have not heard your perspective because you're not answering.
I said I think they're different categories in of themselves. I don't understand why that's not.
What makes them different?
But that's just how this being. That's how it's just.
What? I'm gonna ask you one more time, or I'm removing you from the box because either you're rage baiting me and it's working, or you're just really fucking stupid. I don't know which one it is. I want you to tell me what makes them different.
I think they're different in of themselves.
Okay, so you don't have an answer. All right, moving on. Hello, can I get your age?
Hello, I'm 18 years old. Born May 28th, 2007.
Right. Are trans women?
Hold on, let me clear my throat real quick.
I think that they are women. I'm also confused about the people you listed up there. I know that Lily is not trans. They're like really weird.
Wait, why isn't Lily trans though?
Because Lily's weird and like it's like kind of.
Oh,
like,
so weird. Wait. So I want to highlight the hypocrisy. So when cisgender people deny trans people's identities, we're transphobic, but you can pick and choose who isn't transgender. Right. Because I'm right in chat. Right. So you get to pick who's trans, but we can't say who's trans.
Oh, I'm not saying it like that. I'm like,
right.
We all know Lily like isn't for real about it. I thought it was obvious.
How do we know Lily isn't for real?
About Alex, isn't that Alex on the side?
Alex, this is Alex Consani. That's Hunter Schaefer.
Yeah, I didn't know Alex was trans.
Oh well, first time for everything. The more you know.
Hold up, sorry, I'm a different person. Can I just say something real quick?
Okay, y'all pick and choose who's gonna talk. If I feel like it's the same person.
Okay, well I pick me. I'm gonna talk. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Jaquavion.
Lily Tino is a man and transitioned after cases of I'm saying quotations, transitioned after cases of assault and being creepy towards minors, and he did that. So he quote unquote transitioned to sort of get those claims off his ass, which did work. And he's claiming to be a trans woman, but if you look at him, he makes no effort to be trans. He says a whole bunch of things that just go along with the same things he's done. He's not trans. He's pretending to be trans, and
look at that.
Man,
so he's pretending to be. He's pretending to be a pretender. Isn't that funny? So the pretenders are mad that people are pretending to be them. It's so ironic to me. Trans people are. Wait.
Good, bitch.
Trans people. Wait. Trans people are Trans people are pretending to be the opposite gender, and then trans people. Wait. And then trans people get upset when people pretend to be the pretender.
Ain't nobody. Oh, it's your money, hoe.
Oh, that's too funny. All right, tell us. Oh, did the person leave? Okay. I don't really get this. How are you going to be a trans person mad that people are pretending to be you? Aren't you pretending to be a woman? Keep spamming those ones and twos chat. If you think trans women are women, go ahead and request a box. We are just looking at some debates. I'm going to rotate the debates for you guys. So I'll let Envy do one, Christy do one, I do one, and we just keep rotating. No guarantee that it goes swell, but we'll see. Why is Andy in my live? OMG. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How are you doing? Can I get your age just for TikTok terms of service?
35. Hold on. Somebody just knocked on my door. Give me 2 seconds.
No problem.
One eternity later.
Andy? Okay. All right, whatever. Claire, can I get your age?
Yeah, I'm 18.
Claire is Connor. Okay.
Oh.
Claire, do you think trans women are women?
Well, of course.
Yeah, of course. Okay. All right. Tell me what a woman is. Go ahead.
Basically it's, it's like complicated. It's basically like, I think of it like a book. Like there's blue books and there's pink books, and like we're not critiquing the language in the book. We're trying to make the language in the book more inclusive to the people who are like reading the book.
What?
I can't.
What?
Learn
So
today.
in relation to your original
gonna
question,
learn.
I would say, oh, is Envy trying to talk to me?
No, she's just confused.
Oh, so basically to answer your question, I think a woman would be, well, anyone who's assigned to the feminine social category constructed by gender.
The feminine social category? Are there masculine women assigned to the masculine social category?
Well, if they're calling themselves women, then they're not.
But that was not they shifted the goalpost, and that wasn't the criteria. The criteria was to fall into the feminine social category. There are women who don't fall into the feminine social category. They're masculine. So that's not what makes a person a woman. Then.
Well, really, I think it could.
Sorry.
Well, I guess it could go like, like a kind of like a both ways like sort of thing. Like, maybe they just feel like, what, maybe I am a man today, and they're just like going out and doing that. And you know what? Well, how I discovered gender.
No, because I want to know what the word woman means.
Well, a woman would be like, like an adult. What the fuck they say? Adult human female, right? Yeah, that.
So not trans women.
Well, like trans women are still like grouped into the word woman because, like they just like, they kind of like fit the part.
But they're not female though, so like.
Well,
how?
I guess female would be like, it's kind of like, just like this essence of like being, and like just like your whole, like it kind of relates to like this theological concept of like this like, ideation of like this like, the pronouns and like the outward expression and like the, like it's like this,
I have a question.
aura.
I have a question. Are you married?
No, I'm in a polycule.
To the word, of course you are. To the word like.
I just use like a lot because I like.
Okay, but of course you're in a polycule. Like, anyways, can you tell me? I still don't know what a woman is though, because if it's an adult human female, trans women are not female. Female isn't an essence defined by pronouns. No, it's a biological state of being. So then they're not women, by that definition, anyway.
Well, really, biology is just oppressive in nature.
I'm sorry?
Biology is kind of like, like life and death and destruction and this essence of evil.
You guys
We're
have
not
the dumbest
critiquing the
answers,
language.
honestly.
We're trying to change it to this better.
That's the stupidest shit I've heard all day today.
Yeah, do
Stupid
you know what?
shit.
I'm learning. We're getting educated, guys. Biology is life and death, innit?
It's this philosophy of all that is and what has become towards this different state of being. And
Clark, did you define women yet, Clark?
It's noted.
Clark, did you define women yet?
It's clear.
Let me tell you what he said. He said, a woman is a person who falls into the feminine social category. And then we established that they were masculine women. So then there are women who are masculine. So then they're not defined as the feminine social category. We covered this already. So we're still waiting for the new definition now.
Well, if you just like look, talk, and act like one, then really you just like are one at that point. You know,
Look,
like, it's kind
talk,
of like,
and act like what though?
you know, like a woman.
That's circular. You can't say a woman is a person who looks, acts, and talks
Well,
like
I
one.
can just
That's
like
not
look at you and I can tell like, oh yeah, that's a woman. And Envy and Christine, like I can look at all of you guys and tell
me.
like, yeah.
I'm a man, sir.
I can't relate.
Man.
Oh, I don't use sir. It's mix. You can refer to me as mix.
As who?
So Clark, what about the women?
Mix.
Clark, what about the women that are not feminine?
It kind of relates to this old ancient Greek philosophy of hermaphroditism. So like it's a combination of like both.
What? Okay, let's talk about that. That's it. That's a new one. That's actually new. Wait, Nate, this is a new argument.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Let's go. Educate.
You know, there was like this like person, Hermaphroditus, in ancient Greek theology and mythology.
Hermaphroditus?
And yeah, they encompassed the both feminine and masculine energy. And
Can I just highlight really quickly? Mythology. Can we all type mythology in the chat? Continue. Mythology.
And it's just like they embodied this like energy of both man and woman, and they were just like existing at the middle of that binary, and that's what we express.
Yeah, but you
out
said
in our
that women
lives
were
today.
feminine. You said
Well,
women had a
they
feminine
relate to
identity.
like the socially constructed feminine gender category, and gender is just, you know, this goes back into like the whole book. Like gender is like the cover of the book, and inside of the book is where you know, like the SMEX is. Like I don't think. Well, gender and SMEX are like independent from each other.
Bro,
Like
first of all, stop saying the word "like" because you keep losing me during the conversation. I can't focus. I can't focus. Stop saying "like." Say the sentence
gender
without
is the
saying
book,
"like."
and SMEX is the pages inside of the book.
Okay, so gender is the cover of the book. Gender is the book
Yes.
cover.
Yeah.
Okay, describe to us the book cover. Like, you know, you could flip over the book and you could read the back of the book to see what's inside the book. Describe the cover for us.
And that's what this is.
The cover of the book.
And that's
Sound
what
like,
this is.
you sound like Debbie Ryan in one of those interviews. I went up to the CEO of Disney Channel and I said, "We're gonna make history, and that's what this is." What? Who are you? What is
Well,
this?
I think in a way we are making history. We're having a dialogue about the socially constructed concepts of gender and feminine
And Christy's
masculine.
asking you to, and she's asking you to describe it.
Well, it's basic. It all goes back to theology, right? You know, there's these souls, and trans women are male-bodied with the female soul, and the gender is the outward expression of this innate soul inside of them. Like it's kind of
Souls
like a
are
language.
gendered. Souls are gendered.
I thought souls don't have a gender.
I thought souls didn't have a gender, right?
Souls encompass your entire being. Like it's like it's
Are they
like
gendered?
inside. Well, gender is an aspect of your soul. Like
Explain.
so, it's kind of like nature, and like the nature of the soul. You know,
I'm telling you,
nature's diverse,
TikTok
and
has
there's
made me.
other
TikTok
aspects.
has made
of,
me
like,
get. TikTok has made me have ADHD. I think because I can't focus on these conversations for more than like 30 seconds. I just disassociate.
You know, gender is like it relates to.
Ow! Sorry, I'm sorry. Can I get W potato? I love you, potato. Thank you. Appreciate you. Sorry, continue.
So
I love you.
think of a soul like an ecosystem. Like there's different aspects of the ecosystem that make it an ecosystem, and gender is like the water.
Girl,
in the
we live in the
ecosystem,
whole
and the
jungle at this
ecosystem
point.
is the soul, and the soul relates to the ecosystem, and the soul is like all inside of us.
Ecosystem. We got the library. We got the books. We got all of it. Can you describe the gender?
Yeah, it relates back to the souls and the books and the ecosystems. Like gender is like the language we use to like describe ourselves, relating to
I can't even
socially constructed
critique
masculine
this.
and feminine
I can't even
categories.
critique this because I don't understand it. I genuinely
Me
don't
neither.
understand it.
What is the gender though? What is like? Don't tell me what you think it could encompass. Explain to us what it actually is.
Right.
Gender is language. It expresses who we are
on the inside, and like there's different aspects of gender that like communicates like, hey, I'm referred to as this, or I'm referred to as that, or
No, that's mental illness.
Thank you. I'm sorry. What's going on today? Thank you. Can I get WK? Can you shut up? Thank you. Can I get WK not in chat for the flying desk? Thank you. I love you. Sorry. Love you. Thank you so much. My first experience with gender is I put on a bra and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, this is what I'm going to be for the rest of my life.
What?
What? Bumbleclot.
You know how I know that you're not a woman? Because there's not one woman, or the women, if there's women in the chat, if you're a woman in the chat, type here.
He put on a what?
Bro, I can't.
A bra?
Any women in the chat experience this? Women in the chat, did anybody type here if you're a woman in the chat? Has any woman in the chat put on a bra and says, this is it?
Guys, look. This is it. This is it, guys. This is it. Yeah, that's your gender. You're expressing this is combination, your language that you want to, guys, you want other people to describe you as. Look, guys.
A bra is not gender. I'm sorry to tell you. A bra is a part of gender.
A bra is like a word, and gender is a whole of language.
A bra
is a part of the feminine language, and gender.
No, it's not.
This is a piece of bread, by the way.
Our bra holds our tiggle bitties up. That's all that does. Okay? Doesn't express our gender. Just holds our breasts up. Or flat. Or makes us look like we have breasts. No, you're wrong. That's not a gender expression.
For himself is mental illness, right? That's what he's describing as he's talking to us. I want to know about gender.
Yeah, gender is language. Gender can look like she, her, they, and every other I'm going to correct you really quickly. Gendered language versus gender itself are not the same. Okay, so there's gendered language, and gendered language, by the way, are the distinctions dramatically before the sexes, by the way. So we're not talking about gendered language. She and her are gendered pronouns that refer to the sex of an organism, right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about what gender. What is going on today? WK What the fuck? Thank you. I love you. Thank you, K Dot. Thank you so much. Can I get WK in chat? I appreciate you so much. So gendered language is different from gender. And we're asking you to define the gender woman. And we're podium unpopular, by the way. Can I get W to all of you, by the way, guys? Right, I love you. So the gender woman is, well, first of all, I really don't think gender exists in reality. It's just like a kind of like a personality, like. All right, so Christian, you take this. I'm not. Now you're saying women don't exist, and as a trans person, it makes no sense for me for you to be a transgender person. Come again? I'm not trans. I consider myself third category, not trans. A third category of what? It kind of goes back to genderqueer, non-binary. I don't encompass the social role of woman or man, so I'm just like in the middle.
So what do you encompass? Let me ask you a question. Give me some. Okay, Clark. I like Clark better. Clark, what type of social role like what do you do during the day? Like give me like 3 things you do during the day that would break the social roles of man and woman.
Well, I don't conform to the socially constructed ideals of man or woman. So I don't like have a beard. I don't have a feminine chest. I don't really partake in the gendered expressions of this world. I wear what I want.
A lot of men don't have beards. A lot of men don't have beards. Yeah, but a lot of men don't have beards, and a lot of men don't have broad chests, and a lot of men are not hairy. So Nate doesn't have a beard.
Who's Nate?
Nate has long hair.
Me in front of you. Oh, okay. Hi, Nate. I'm Claire.
Nate doesn't have a beard. Oh, God, Envy.
Go. I'll just laugh you.
He said, "No, go ahead." I'm just laughing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So you didn't answer my question. What are 3 things you do during the day that would break the social role? of men and women?
All that would just be is not me like partaking in them. Like I'm not wearing anything masculine or feminine. I'm just kind of like wearing clothing.
I mean, so do I. Sometimes I don't like put on feminine, super feminine. Sometimes I put on a hoodie and leggings or sweats and I go out. So I'm not sure.
And that is your gender.
My gender is my sweats.
Yeah, you're expressing yourself differently from the socially constructed gender binary. That's the language you're not partaking in.
No,
you're
that's
saying
not what gender is.
I'm just Christine. I'm just Christine.
Why can't anybody pronounce my name? I don't understand this. Is it all the trans people have a problem saying the name Christy? You guys are calling me Christine. What's going on? You okay?
Well, to be fair, you just called me Clark.
But you are.
Well, Clark
There's
is
no
your
K
name.
in my name.
There's a Claire. There's a Clark. Anyway, what do you do during the day? What do you do during the day? You're not really answering me. You're telling me what you don't do.
What do I just do in my day in general? So, all right. So I see what you're trying to say. You're trying to say, what do I think about two people thinking alike in regards to gender identity?
No,
And to that, I would say,
that's not what I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you 3 things you do during the day that break the gender norm.
I don't participate in gender roles. I don't express myself as a particular gender, and I don't use gendered language to describe myself.
You're telling me what you don't do. I'm asking you to tell me 3 things that you do in your daily life that break the gender norm.
You just said do. But anyways, what I don't do is that I don't encompass this masculine ideal. I'm just clear. Like I can't explain it. I'm just like not I'm not
normal. You're not normal.
It's coming. I'm not partaking in that language. I'm not partaking in that culture. Gender, it relates, it's kind of like a culture. And I'm just not a part of that culture, so I'm just not participating in it.
Clarence, I feel like I'm in some sort of nightmare episode of like Harry Potter. You haven't said anything but like magic and rainbows and I don't understand what you're saying.
I just said I don't participate.
What are you talking? I asked you to name
I don't
3
participate
things.
in the gendered culture. I think gender is kind of like
Yes, you
kind of
keep saying
functions
you
like a
don't do that.
culture.
But I'm asking you what you do during your day, things you actually complete and do that are break the gender binary, not what you don't do. What do you do during your day that I'm going to say, you know what, that breaks the binary. That's neither.
Hi, Lisa.
Clark.
Well, I don't really, I just do myself.
Okay, all right. We're going to have to break this down. I need to make something very clear to you. Masculinity and femininity are the socially constructed characteristics that you don't conform to, not woman and man. Woman and man are not social constructs. Masculinity and femininity are social constructs that we associate commonly with men and women. Your lack of compatibility or your lack of adherence to masculine and feminine standards does not make you any less of a man. The fact that you attribute your identity and the fact that you say that you're not a man because you don't capitulate or adhere to those things is you further perpetuating sexism in society. Because what you're doing is you're saying that women and men are defined by those things. Therefore, you are not one when you don't conform to those things. So you're furthering stringent gender roles and furthering sexism in society. You're not assisting anybody by saying those things. What you need to do is you can still not identify with masculine and feminine standards, but don't demean your manhood because of it. Don't say, I'm not a man because I don't adhere to those things. You are making it harder for people to exist in this world who don't conform to gender norms. Over the course of history, there are a litany of people, women and men alike, who have not conformed to gender norms. They're still men and women. Their womanhood and their manhood is not subtracted from because they don't conform to those things. So you're part of the issue here. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm asking you, Claire, do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, it goes back to the whole book. I think you're like describing the book that people aren't like reading.
Nobody wants to read your book because you're writing gibberish in it. We can't understand what you're saying. All you're doing is you're taking on, you're defining women and men by social norms. You're defining women by femininity, and you're defining men by masculinity. And then saying, well, I'm not a man and not a woman because I don't conform to either of those things. You need to break the idea that women are defined by femininity. Not all women are feminine. You need to break that idea out of your mind. If you keep thinking that, then you're going to further perpetuate gender stereotypes and gender norms. Do you support gender norms and stereotypes?
Well, really, stereotypes, they have to be inherently negative and harmful to
Stereotypes
a
do
certain
not have
population.
to. Stereotypes do not have to be negative. A stereotype, for example, is that Asian people are good at math. That's an Asian stereotype. Is being good at math a bad thing? No. So stereotypes do not have to be negative. That's incorrect. All stereotypes have to do is be an oversimplification of the category. So an oversimplified generalization about the category. It does not have to be negative. That's not true. So back to my point. You are perpetuating norms and stereotypes by telling women and men that they are defined by femininity and masculinity. That's what you're doing.
Well, really, I think gender identity, it's like in the brain, and we all experience it, and we all like.
I don't experience gender identity. I don't know who we is. This isn't French. I don't know who we is, but it's not me. I don't experience gender identity. I'm a man because I'm a human male, not because of anything else.
Well, really, this whole conversation goes back to transhumanism, and how really nothing exists in reality because it's always, like there's no absolute 100% man or 100% woman. There's just
Yeah, I agree. There's just men and women. Women and men are not measurable concepts. So you're not 50% a woman and 50% a man, or 30% a woman and 70% a man. Womanhood and manhood are not measurable. You don't measure your womanhood and your manhood. You either are male or female. It's very, very, very simple.
No, but like Christy. What the fuck was her name? Christy.
Christy. How
I
are
don't know
you
the
not?
fuck to
How are
say
you
your name,
not
bitch.
getting
That's on you.
this?
I can't remember your name, but whatever
Just
she was
read
saying. What's your name? Wait, where's the bitch giving birth? Where's
Excuse
who's
me?
she talking to? I wanna talk to her.
The person.
Let's get her on the mic.
You're not gonna call her a bitch. That's one. Two. The woman who's giving birth, her name is Husky, and she's the moderator in the comment section. She's in labor right now. So I don't know why we're referring to
Is
women
the dog
as
giving birth or like?
Why are you calling women bitches who are giving birth? That's not nice.
I call everyone bitch. I'm bitch, you bitch, we bitch.
Well, to be fair, gay men, and I've had that issue too, where I refer to people as bitch. I actually need to stop doing that. It's actually not, especially women. It's not.
Are you one of those people that think bitch is a slur against women?
I don't think it's a
I've
slur.
been
I
on
think
so
I think
many
that it has
gender critical
become.
lives
I
and they
think
say
it has
the same
become. I'm
bullshit.
gonna explain it to you. I think it has become a very common act that gay men try to do, and they think that it's okay because they're gay. I think that it's wrong. I'm guilty of it. My chat knows this. I am guilty of doing it. Not to both men and women, but especially to women, and I shouldn't be doing it. Even though I mean it like girl or whatever, I shouldn't be doing it. And neither should you. Especially to a woman who is in labor. You don't call a woman a bitch who's giving birth. That is disrespectful.
Anyways, back to the book.
Especially since right now you're saying women don't exist. Especially since you're saying that.
I'm saying that this binary that's socially constructed doesn't really exist in reality.
We did not create the binary. The binary already existed. We just created words to refer to it. That's how language works. The sex binary, the binary of male and female, has always existed as a part of anosogamos reproduction. Okay? Do you know what anosogamos reproduction is?
Where the fuck are the gifters? I need some fucking money for a Big Mac meal.
Do you know what anosogamos reproduction is?
Isn't it asexual reproduction?
No, anosogamy, not asexual reproduction. Anosogamos reproduction.
No, sir.
Okay. Anosogamos reproduction is where you reproduce via the production of two dissimilar sized gametes, okay? That are produced by two distinct reproductive strategies, okay? So in anosogamos reproduction, there's always been a binary. Either you are primarily indicating a particular reproductive capacity to produce large or small gametes. Okay? So yet again,
Do you think John is in here? Where's Sean?
I think I'm gonna move on. I don't think you're well in the head. Andy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm so sorry about earlier.
That's fine. Age for TikTok TOS?
35.
All right. What's the sound on the prompts?
I do think that trans women are women.
All righty. We have to do this all over again. Envy, carry on.
Andy, go for it. What is a woman?
So I think that it's a classification.
Look, mate, look at the picture. They turned me into a trans man today, Mr. Andy.
I saw that. I didn't.
I was on your
I'm so confused. I was like, that's not
AI is such a good thing.
I was like, that's not Envy. I know it. I've seen Envy, and they're like, no, it's an AI. And I was like, why? What? Why?
And she ate that though. Okay.
I wouldn't be bad looking as a man, huh?
You look like my brother-in-law.
Genuinely,
Really?
was like an actor or something, and they had just like put an actor up there or something. But no, that's like an AI. I was like, what the fuck?
All right, go ahead.
Honestly, I mean, it's gotta feel good that you look good no matter what gender you are.
Well, at least I know if I was a man, I'd be alright. But yeah, thank you for that. Right, go on, Angie. Sorry, my bad.
I view personal identity as its own thing, so I'll stick with social. Socially, I think that when we're classifying women, it's like an ease of function. So the functional classification of woman has nothing to do with biology. Usually, it's just about appearance. So if somebody appears as a woman, then they're classified as a woman because there's no reason not to. I mean, the ease of using the classification of woman is to define what we're looking at, right? So if somebody walks by and they're very clearly a man in a dress, you're probably not going to get classified as a woman. You're going to get classified as a man who's dressing outside of their gender. But if somebody...
Sorry, go ahead, my bad.
No, go ahead.
No, I think then you're just going down the route of perception equals reality at that point, right? Which I would strongly disagree with that, because then I think you would have to hold that across all the board. For example, if there was a 15-year-old who was perceived to be an adult within society, I don't think we would say, hey, yes, that is actually an adult, right? You might classify them in your own perception because you don't know the actual truth, but there is a reality there, right? So perception to me doesn't equal that. But I do agree with you. There probably are going to be instances where a man emulating a woman will be perceived as a woman. I can see that sometimes that could happen, and vice versa, like women who want to be men. But I don't think that makes it true.
Sure, I don't know if I'm arguing for true or false. I view myself to be a woman not because I'm perceived as a woman, but because that's how I feel. So I don't know where reality comes into that play. I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm a biological male. I can never be anything other than a biological male.
Right, so that would be the reality there, right? Because that is your state of being. Your state of being is a male, and irrespective of thoughts and feelings, I don't think that is going to change the reality of that. So
I can concede to that. Like, nothing's ever going to change. Even if I am post-op on HRT, have all of my surgery. The reality is that even if my body was to become more female than male, I can never undo the history, right? I can never be born a female. So that male history exists without fail. Like, there's no...
I would go as far as to also say, like, you could never obtain a female body. What's happening from my perspective is that you're just emulating the female body. Sure. You can't actually have the female body. So this is what I just see as, I do find it quite offensive when men are emulating my gender, my sex. And I guess
I don't understand why that would be offensive. I can understand, so I'll concede on the spaces issue. I don't think that it's safe for trans people to be in public restrooms right now. Just across the board, I don't think that it's good. I think that pushing for trans people to be in those spaces when it's causing so much fear and contention is a bad idea. I do not think that trans people should be using public bathrooms. I think that we should be advocating for and fighting for third spaces, gender neutral spaces.
Do you not have that where you are? Are you in America?
I'm in America, yeah. So there are single use bathrooms. I really don't think that it matters what is on the door if it's a single use bathroom, right? So if you're going into a door with a single toilet and a locking door, I don't think that it matters if it's the men's or the women's. Like, I'll use a men's bathroom if it's a single use bathroom and I can lock the door behind me while I'm in the bathroom. Like, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I wouldn't feel like it suddenly made me a man to use the men's single use bathroom. Does that make sense? But yeah, so I agree with the bathroom and the spaces. I don't know what I feel about the sports issue because I don't fucking watch sports and I don't care about sports. My fat ass is never going to attempt to do sports. So, but like, none of this would make me feel like less of who I am. I still feel like a woman.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's about you like being less of who you are, right? But I think it's claiming to be something that you are not. And I think that's kind of where the contention lies here. I mean, like, we don't accept it in any other way. We don't accept age regression, age play. We don't accept, adults who want to be children. We don't accept societally that people can change their race or any identify into any other biological category. But the only thing that we glorify somehow is when you are identifying into a biological category of male or female, but everything else is obviously frowned upon, as it should be. But it's like racism is meant to, like, people frown upon racism as they should, but they don't frown upon sexism. I find it very misogynist. Men who emulate women, in my view, are misogynistic men, because you are acting out what you think we are in your head. So you've looked at... Sorry, go ahead.
So if I was to act exactly as I act, I wear my hair long, I wear fake nails, I put on makeup, I wear women's clothing. If I was to do all of that, but call myself a man, would that still be offensive for you?
But are you with the secondary sex characteristics, you said you're a postdoc?
I'm pre-op. I haven't begun yet, so...
Right. Okay. So the thing is, if you're using the stereotype and then say that you are a woman because of there's an echo. Nate, I think it's.
Oh, I don't know.
Sure
Okay, I'll turn it down.
Yeah. So I think when you use like stereotypes, and then you say that these stereotypes, these things that I do makes me a woman. That's where the sexism lies and the misogyny lies. But whereas you're saying that, I'm a man and I like doing these typical stereotypes that women do, but you're not using that to define yourself as a woman, if that makes sense.
Right. No, I could literally, if I cut my hair, I would still feel like a woman. If I didn't put on my nails or my female clothes, if I didn't put on makeup, I still feel like a woman. So
right. So what would you say defines you then? What? Okay. So what is a defining factor of a woman? Like then that would include you.
This is what made Nate so frustrated the last time we spoke. Is I don't know. I have no idea. I can't give you an answer for that. I don't know. It is something that exists in my head that I cannot shut off. So I can't turn it off and be like, oh, I'm a man. No, I'm a man. I'm just a very effeminate man. My life would be so much easier if I could just be like, oh, I'm an effeminate gay man. That would be so much.
But you can, and you are. Thank you, Danny.
But see, and that's the other thing is I don't mind if people classify me that way. If you think that I'm just a really effeminate gay man, I'm not going to lose sleep over that. I have friends who will not call me female pronouns. They use he, him. They refer to me as a man. They don't refer to me as a woman. It doesn't affect me. Like, it doesn't hurt my feelings. It doesn't make me sad. It doesn't give me the feels at all. So
yeah, it shouldn't make you feel that way. The truth shouldn't hurt like that, right?
Right. No, and I understand that people choose to classify me by my biology. That doesn't upset me. I don't force people to use my pronouns. And I don't understand trans people who view it as like an attack. I've never gotten that. I've never understood why it's transphobic to not call somebody by what they want to be called. I don't
Yeah.
understand that. I've never really understood that. I don't have that.
Don't you think it's more of maybe like a gaslighting manipulation tactic to compel people's speech?
I've seen it used that way. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've absolutely seen it used that way. When somebody's disagreeing with you, you default to, oh, you're transphobic because you're disagreeing with me and I can't beat you in this debate, or I can't beat you in this conversation. So I'm going to default to calling you a bad person so that I can justify running away from you. I've seen that used that way, and that's ridiculous.
And the thing is as well, like I've always found that there are people who use like the preferred pronouns, right? And it's all good, everything's fine, like they're friends. And the minute they have an argument, the friend will then start using like the he, him pronouns on them, right?
Yeah.
And then why not just be honest from the beginning? You know, that's what I do. I'll be like, I'll say I'm not going to use the pronouns, but at least you know right off the bat.
Can I get a Danny in chat?
Sorry.
Thank you.
W Danny.
Yeah,
you, love.
and that is my point. Is I would rather have that honest conversation up front. If you don't want to use my pronouns, I think that there's still common ground that we can come to. Even if you don't view me the way that I view myself, that doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that we can't come to common ground. It doesn't mean that we can't find something else to agree on. It does mean that you and I may never be very super close because you don't view me the way I view me. So you and I are probably never going to be best friends, right? Because there's
Can I stick up in though? My issue is with the lack of description of what it means to feel like a woman, because that's the main crux of this type of discussion. We want to know what you mean when you say you're a woman, and you don't even know what you mean. You're not able to describe it to us. So that's my issue. If you don't know, then it kind of like, it's almost like a circular question. If you don't know, how do you know? If you don't know what it feels like to be a woman, how do you know you are one?
I mean, so I guess that this would be the question
Thank you,
about
Danielle.
nature or nurture. Was I nurtured this way because I embraced femininity and the world told me that was what a woman did? So
Right, but hold on. But that is part of the issue. You have the choice to break away from that. And I said this to you the last time that we spoke.
Yes.
Society told me the exact same thing. I don't think I'm a woman. Society told me that I couldn't wear my hair like this. You know, many times I'm walking on the street and people call me.
I have a phone call. One moment.
No problem. All right, hold on. Let me just see if I can get another guest up in the meanwhile. But yeah, this is the issue that I'm having, and this is exactly why I cannot support the trans movement, because the trans movement tells gender non-conforming men that they are women because they're feminine. No, they're not. You can't be a feminine man. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't become a woman because you're a feminine man. This is my point. Okay? Society told me all the same things that they told you, and I never ever was told that. I never ever thought that I was a woman because of it. I'm just a man who...
My question would
Sorry?
be, how did you break away from it? How did you?
I just did it. I mean, I literally had arguments with people. I said, I would say to them, this is like not even debate. I'm just talking to people in Jamaica who are like, oh, you're dressed like a girl. I said, look up a definition of a girl. A girl is a what? An adolescent human female. Do all girls dress the same? No. Am I an adolescent human female? No. Are you a girl then? No. It's very much that simple. I'm a man who has or takes on characteristics that are typically associated with girls or typically associated with women. I'm a feminine man. It's very much that simple, right? That's how you do that. You shouldn't have society dictating to you what you can or cannot do with your body. You're a feminine man. There's nothing wrong with being a feminine man. You're not a woman though, and those boundaries and those spaces and everything else that follow from that should not be violated. It's very, very, very simple. I mean, maybe I would think you're living in the US, which is an area, or I don't know where you live at. I assume it's in the US, where it's a lot. Sorry?
California.
Right. Of all the places too. California, one of the most progressive places. In Jamaica, I had to fight. It's in Jamaica, and I'm fine. I walk in public and people look at me, and I might get a second look here and there. I've been called Miss in public before. I turn around and they see that I'm a man and I go, it's fine. It doesn't really bother me because at the end of the day, I know what I am. And I'm a man because I'm a human male, and that's not going to change. Regardless of how I speak, regardless of how I look, if I cut all my hair off tomorrow and put on a wig, I'm still a man.
Right, but
So-
that's the point that I'm making is I cannot just do that. If I cut my hair off, I'm going to be in distress. I'm going to be in distress if I attempt to present and live masculinely for any other reason. I'm not going to be a happy individual.
Oh wait, you're just uncomfortable with being masculine, but you're still a man. That's the point. So the point is still being missed here. You are still a man, even if you are masculine or feminine. That's the point that we're trying to make here. So yeah, because I mean, I wouldn't like to cut my hair. If I ever cut my hair, I'd be very upset too. I think I'd be in distress. It might not be dysphoria, but I'd be very upset if somebody took a pair of scissors to my head while I was sleeping and I woke up and my hair was gone. I'd be pretty upset because I like the way my hair looks. But I'm not gonna say I'm a woman now because I would be in distress or I'd be very upset. I mean, Christy, if somebody took a pair of scissors to your head while you were sleeping and cut all your hair off, wouldn't you be distressed when you woke up in the morning? I'd be quite upset. Right. Same thing with envy. Envy. If somebody took a shirt to your head and balded you off, and you woke up in the morning, I mean, a lot of that just has to do with your appearance. You like the way you look, whether it be classified as feminine or masculine, and a change to that makes you feel upset. But that's not the feeling of a woman. You just like to be feminine, and that's okay. I am 100% for feminine men, but I do not agree with men saying they are women because they are feminine. As Envy stated, that's where the sexism is introduced. You cannot take on stereotypes associated with women and then say, I am a woman because of it. So I'm going to give you an example. All right. So we have stereotypes associated with black people, for example. We say stereotypically black people eat watermelon and chicken, and we listen to Tupac Shakur, and we listen to Beyonce, and we go to family barbecues, and we say y'all every 10 seconds. That's like a stereotypical black person. Are there white people who do all of those things?
Yes.
Okay. Is it racist in and of itself for the person who is white to do those things? Just by itself. Go to family barbecues, eat watermelon and chicken, listen to Tupac Shakur. Is any of that racist inherently by virtue of them just doing it?
No.
Right.
No.
But if a white person says, I am a black person because I do those things, would that be racist?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
Beautiful.
absolutely.
Same thing with men and women. So there's nothing wrong with men being stereotypically feminine. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? You can have all the stereotypes associated with women, but when you say you are one because of those things, that is where the sexism comes into play. Just like that's where the racism comes into play for the white person. Am I making sense?
Too much, maybe?
And that's my point. So I don't like people being told that they are trans because they don't conform to gender stereotypes. If I lived in California where you live and I had the same mindset as you, I'd be calling myself a woman right now. And I'm not. I'm just a feminine man, and that's completely fine. Right? You don't have to conform to society's mold of how a man should behave. Yes, there are opinions about whether or not it is ideal for men to be masculine or ideal for women to be feminine. There are lots of ideas around those things, but you don't have to conform to them to be a woman or a man. And any person who tells you that you're less of a man or less of a woman because of it, you tell them I said to fuck right off. Anybody who tells you that, because it's not true. And I don't like men and women nowadays being told that they have to conform to masculine and feminine stereotypes to be a woman or a man. So I am imploring you, if you still think you're trans after this, I can do about it, but I genuinely don't think you're trans. I think you are being forced into a belief system that you are trans because you don't conform to traditional masculinity, and that is very, very, very harmful. Actually, when you look at I actually pulled this up. Anyone can go and look it up. When we talk about quote-unquote trans kids, has anyone here ever read the criteria for gender dysphoria from the DSM or the Boston Children's Hospital? If you read the criteria, it is so fucking sexist. They just eliminate all gender nonconformity, all of it. They say one of the criteria is wanting to have friends of the opposite sex. One of the criteria is wanting to have or play with toys of the opposite sex, typical of the opposite sex, wanting to wear clothes typical of the opposite sex. These are all just stereotypes. And then they tell children and they medicalize children and tell them that they're trans because they don't conform to gender norms. And then, as I think Envy's going to say right now, the doctors are passing around notes going, I know the person is a lesbian or he's a lesbian girl, but we're going to go ahead and tell her she's a boy. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, like typically gender non-conforming kids do grow up to be, same-sex attracted. So I'm not saying all of them, but, I was, quite masculine as a child, right? So like a lot of lesbians were tomboys when they were little. So again, it's gay erasure.
Yeah, I can see the logic in that. Like I told Nate, I have a lot of like internal packing to figure out why it is that I think of myself as a woman. I honestly, I do not believe that it is like brainwashing. You know what I mean? Because I
What
was
you've described is indicative of that, though. You're saying I'm. Thank you, Swan. Can I get a response in chat? You think you're a woman because society says that you have to conform to traditional masculinity. That's what you've described to us.
right. I think I'm wondering if that's where I built my identity of a woman. But
And that's brainwashing. You're being told by society that you are something when you're not because you don't conform to social norms. That's brainwashing. That's what it is. That's what you're describing to me. You're describing yourself as a male who has been brainwashed into believing that being feminine means that you're a woman. And that is not true.
Would you say that this is where, like, in your opinion, trans women who have like an over obsessed anxiety with appearing masculine or, you know, needing to be hyper feminine, would you say that that is the pressure of the brainwashing? Like they've been.
It is. Yeah. Do you hear how trans women talk to each other?
I do.
Every single insult is about who looks tea and who look like coffee and who look like coffee beans. Every single time it's the same shit. Do you hear how trans women talk? I mean, y'all hear it all the time.
Yeah,
To trans women, it is all about the looks and the aesthetics and who looks pretty and who looks tea and who looks like a doll and who look like the packaging that the doll comes in. It is so stupid. And that's why when I debate these trans women and they tell me that I look like an ugly man, I don't really care because they have a thing in there, this misogynistic view in their mind that womanhood is aesthetic and womanhood is eyebrows on fleek and long hair and I'm just like, it's so, how it must be so. I get tiresome listening to them. Imagine how much more tiring it is to engage in that kind of behavior. It is so tiring to listen to. And that is a part of the brainwashing, to answer you directly. It is. Trans women, especially homosexual trans women who like men, they're gay men, they make everything about looks. And it's a whole different thing for gay men too. Gay men do it to each other as well. Talk about who look good and who don't look good. It's even worse when those gay men start to identify as women. Okay, so I think that is part of the problem. That idea in the community that you have to look pretty and you have to look this and you have no. I'm not doing that shit with people anymore because it is so regressive and it is so sexist. And then these gay men who want to be women start bringing women into their nonsense and saying that. Do you hear? I'm sorry. How many women in here have been told by trans women that they are more tea than them and that they look better than them and their eyebrows are on fleek and their hair is better and they will steal your husband and sleep with them? They're so disgusting.
Yep. Yeah. No, I've seen that. I've heard it. I do. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it either.
It's nasty. So they need to get over it. They need to get over it. They need to get over this idea that womanhood is about looks. I know that there are heavy societal pressures about how women are supposed to look, but if we intend to move away from that, we cannot keep attributing our womanhood and our manhood to those things. You have to start to pull away from it. The more people that say, I'm a man regardless of how I look, and I'm a man regardless of how I present it. I'm a man regardless of how I speak or postulate myself. The more people that say that, the less we accommodate this kind of nonsense behavior. But when you have people like you, respectfully, who are saying, I am a woman because I'm feminine, all you're doing is further supporting that idea. And it's wrong.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. So I think you need to think about that. Okay?
I am thinking about it a lot right now.
It's a lot about looks. I've seen lives of people saying that cis women are jealous of trans women. How the fuck are they jealous of you when you are literally trying to be what they are? You are walking epitomes of insecurity trying to be female. And you're telling cis women that they're jealous of you? No, I'm saying, how many people have seen that? Like, I see Auntie Water hosted a live on it. This other brick name TC or something hosted a live saying that why are cis women jealous of trans women? Why the fuck would they be jealous of you? It's like saying, why is fool's gold jealous of gold? Sorry, why is gold? So other way around. Why is gold jealous of fool's gold?
They say trans women do women better. Like they do women better.
It's just nasty. It's just like
I can see. So I have seen the misogyny from the trans community. I just don't know if I agree that the very existence of a trans woman is misogynistic in and of its nature. So
I don't think that's what. Okay, as a matter of fact, give me a second. I have a perfect example of the behavior that I'm talking about. 1 second. A perfect example. Hello?
You really think you chewing it? Because you're not chewing it at all. You're really not. My thing is, right, you're speaking about a specific group of women. You think cis women don't go around talking about, especially cis women who rap, I'm gonna fuck your man, I'm gonna take your man. Like, you're not making sense.
Sorry, did you listen to what I said?
Okay, so repeat what you said. I was in and out.
I said, you know, you're familiar with in and out. What I said
and you're a
was,
gay man,
what I
so of
said,
course
what
you're
I said
familiar
was,
with in and
and
out.
there
What
it
are you
is,
talking
and
about?
there it is, and there it is, and there it is. Listen.
No, you listen. Okay. Speak.
Listen. You asked, sir, you asked me a question. Do you want me to answer you, or are you going to keep talking to yourself? Because I can let you talk to yourself. If you want to talk to yourself, go stand in front of your fucking mirror then, sir. But you asked me a question. Shut up and let me answer you. What I said was that trans women think that their womanhood is attributed to fancy gender stereotypes. You guys clot each other and fight each other tooth and nail about who looks pretty and who is tea and who is coffee and who is decaf and whatever the fuck. And then you have the other ones who are there talking to women and telling women that they are more women than them because their hair is longer, their weave is longer, and their hair looks fresher. And their body is built like the Coke bottle and the woman is shaped like the six pack. That is the kind of behavior that I'm talking about. It is disrespectful and it is rude. You cannot speak to the blueprint that you're trying to follow and tell them that you look better. That is my point.
Cis women do the same thing. What are you talking about?
And it's wrong. And it's wrong.
So why
And
are we
it
only
is
pointing out
wrong.
one group? So why are we only talking about
I'm
one
saying
group?
we were talking
And
about
this is
trans
why
women. Women
the
who do it to other.
LGBT,
Hold on.
the
Women
trans
who
don't
do
need to
it.
be on
Women
LGBT
women who do it to
like
other
you.
women.
At the end of the day, you're
Women
faggot.
who do
You're
it to other
no
women.
special to nobody
Women
else.
who do it to other women are also wrong for it. But I see it more in trans women. I don't see women speaking to each other the way that trans women do most of the time. But when they do it, it's still wrong. Why are women? Wait. Why are
So
women?
if
Why?
you're
Why
going
would?
to talk about that as a whole. You're pointing out.
That's what we were specifically talking about trans women. If you wanted to ask me if we were talking about it, I would have said that. But the point is,
okay. So therefore, that topic has no relevance.
I
to
see.
nothing.
Yes, it does. I see more. You got a live violation. You're gonna have to. You see, no, you're getting my live restricted because you're up here saying all a bunch of shit.
So if that's the case, if we're going to speak on trans women not being women, I will respect you more if you're speaking on topics specifically that's only
I was
with us.
speaking.
Let's
I
not
was
speak
speaking
on
on.
topic.
I was speaking on topic. Hold on. I was speaking on topic. Okay. I was saying to you that people who are trans women tend to attribute their womanhood to sexist stereotypes and then tell women that they are more women than them because of it. I rarely see women. 1 second. I rarely see women who will go ahead and do that to each other.
Women
Rarely.
do this thing. Women fight over men.
Rarely.
Are you literally delusional right now?
I said you're a trans person calling me delusional is crazy fucking work. But okay. No,
you're
I'm not
faggot.
delusional.
So therefore,
I said,
it's the
and
same
you see
thing.
exactly. So this is part of
We're
my
in the same
problem.
group.
You're an F-slur who wants to be a woman, and you're up here calling me the F-slur. Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see what I'm talking about? Grown ass punk who wants to be a woman, and he's up here calling me a punk too. Look at you. With your $10 with your $10 Sheen shake and go wig. You think you look good, sir?
I can't see the image. I have no idea.
Looking like a whole bottle of bleach spilled all over your scalp. What is that? And then have the nerve, and then have the nerve to have your bio saying you're the prettiest, hottest rap bitch in the tri-state.
That doesn't bother me.
Hottest rap bitch in the what?
You see how you trigger?
I'm sorry, no, you don't get to call. You don't get to call me a sir when we're in the same boat, hon. Look at you. You think your body is tea? You think you be like the Coke bottle you're built like the 12-pack, bitch? Who the fuck are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
At the end of the day, you
looking like the brick that the little piggies built to get the wolf not to blow the house down. Look at you, big old brick, big old motherfucking brick. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Are we looking at the same person? Look at you. You have no respect for women. You have no respect for gay men. When you're a gay man who wants to be a woman and you're insecure.
I don't
You're
respect
insecure.
faggots like you,
You're an
'cause you're not
insecure.
there.
You're
I
an
don't respect
insecure.
faggots like
You're
you,
an
like I said. I
insecure
don't
man
respect faggots
who
like
sleeps
you.
around with men
You're
who thinks that you're a woman. You're disgusting. Perfect example. I'm glad Exhibit A came out to prove. And did you now see what I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah.
Do you now see what I'm talking about? This is exactly the problem with the trans community. These
No,
are gay men who could not be comfortable enough being feminine, and then they go and target other gay and bisexual men and start calling them slurs. He's a walking F slur. If anything, he was the sketch when they wanted to invent the word.
No, so
If anything.
I do agree that that is the problem with the trans community, 100%. There's no, I don't know. There's no, I don't even know what you would call it. I don't know. There's no loyalty. There's no camaraderie. There's no.
It's just plain. It's just deplorable, disgusting behavior. That's what it is. That's just what it is.
No, I agree entirely.
It is.
I have absolutely no. I have no interest in that aspect of the trans community whatsoever. I don't play the pretty politics. I don't play the passing politics games. I think it's entirely destructive. I've never understood it. So I understand the point. I do. I don't think that represents me. I don't think that that's why.
I know that it doesn't, but the point there is that these are the kind of people that we are most of the time dealing with. We are dealing with men like Kai, walking around looking like the brick that the little piggies used to build their house that the wolf wouldn't blow it the fuck down, and then telling me that I'm an F slur. He's a gay man. He's a gay man who wants to be a woman. How the hell are you going to be a gay man who wants to be a woman and be telling me that I'm a faggot? What?
That's horrible. That is horrible.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah, no,
Fuck off.
We can deal with that. So yeah, I'm going to continue to. I did take your advice, and I did talk to my therapist about the internal identity. So that is something that I am actually going to work on. I don't know if that's something that's ever going to change for me. I view myself internally as a woman. So I don't know.
Thank you, funny food. Sorry, can there be funny food in chat? Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. But thank you for coming up.
Sure,
I appreciate it.
The points that you made, and I do still think that you're brilliant. And
Juice or water? Sorry, I was talking to somebody. Sorry, go ahead.
You're fine. Still love you. Still think you're amazing. Still gonna follow you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Andy. There'll be Andy in chat. Appreciate you for coming up. Katie, can I get your age?
Hey, bestie. How we doing, mate? Not seen you in forever.
Can I get your age?
You know how old I am. I'm 19.
I don't know how old you are. Okay, now, do you think trans women are women? Envy, do you want to talk to your friend?
Hello.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you say the word good for me, Katie?
You are?
Say the word good. Like I need to make sure that your microphone's working.
Good.
Say good.
Good.
Bye, bitch. Cupid, can I get your age?
I'm 19.
Chat, please.
They just come right after the other. Okay, Cupid. Do you think trans women are women?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you go ahead and tell me what a woman is? Go ahead.
A woman is someone that is a woman. Like what?
I'm gonna let you in on a secret.
Talking like this in a relative voice, it doesn't make you sound like a woman. Okay? I can still hear your vocal cords, and we can still hear your male voice. We're hearing everything. No, wait. Listen, talking like this into the microphone, you just sound like a gay man in a porno. You don't sound like a woman. Right? So stop talking like this. It's not attractive. It's not convincing. And you're not attracting anyone. Right? So how about we just stop talking like this and thinking that it makes us sound like a woman? Because it doesn't. And it's not working. Is it working, chat? And I talk with a very extreme whisper. And I just like take all the bass out of my voice. Do I sound like a woman? I don't think it's working. It's not working.
So just stop. You're not fooling anybody. We clocked the voice, and when we came up and went, I'm 18. I'm sorry. I'm just so tired of trans women coming up here and talking. Like, y'all don't sound like women. Okay, sound like 3 cats being dragged up the motorway. Anyways, tell me what a woman is without repeating the word woman, because you're slow. Thank you, Val.
It's a social construct.
Is man also a social construct? Thank you so much.
Yes.
What's the difference between those two social constructs?
One is seen as a provider, one is seen as a caregiver.
Are there men who are caregivers?
Yes.
Are there
Like I
women?
said,
Are
it's
there
a-
women? Are there women who are proprietors?
Yes.
So that's not the difference then, because both of them can be caretakers and proprietors. So that's not the difference. Let's try again.
I can't, girl, your face. Okay. That was, oh my God, the teeth. Okay. But, you know, at the end of the day,
Oh my god.
ew, Chrissy, bitch, you
You're
support my
disgusting.
bitch.
Is it Cupid or
Bitch,
stupid?
I'm prettier than you. I can take your husband now. You're mad, bitch. You're mad because I can take your husband, Chrissy.
What? Cupid?
You're mad because I can take your husband, Chrissy. What's the issue?
What?
I'm gonna cry.
What?
Is it
What's the issue, girl?
What?
Are we insecure?
Are
Girl,
we
we're pushing 40 on
insecure about
TikTok
what?
Live,
I'm not
girl.
pushing 40. I'm already in the 40s. I'm 43.
Oh, that doesn't make it any
that's
better.
really
But
bad.
except for the
Imagine
fact,
you.
girl, except for the fact that we just tried to say women, trans women make everything about looks, but then a trans woman came up here and you just read her to filth and started talking about her looks, but y'all are confused
Why
why
don't
we
you
make
put
it
your
all about looks. I'm just
why
like,
is your
what is
camera
that?
up?
It's
Put
so
your
backwards.
camera on.
It's so backwards. Chrissy.
You
your
said,
camera on.
you said,
Put your
but you're the
camera on.
one who said women are social constructs. So
Yeah,
aren't you
show
doing
us
the
your
same
socially
thing?
constructed face. Show us it. Put your social construct face on the camera. Let us
Chrissy, you
see
crack me
it.
up.
I just want to see it. Because you guys
This
all sound like you're about to have an O and in a porn video.
45-year-old women. And it's
43.
like, but you're in a divorce right now, and I get it, girl.
Nobody's divorced,
I get it,
bitch.
girl. You're
I'm
in
with
a
my husband for
divorce,
12
girl.
years,
I get
and
it.
he doesn't
Your
like dick
husband
and
beats the
balls.
fuck out of you, girl.
Okay. Oh my god. Bye. Have a good day, sir. Oh my god. Bro, the voices just really irritate me. It's the only thing on this app that it really irritates me. It's the about to have an orgasm, corn, camera ready voice.
Right.
I'm over
That's
it.
nasty. And they still don't sound like women. That's the funny part.
Yeah, somebody said in the chat perfectly. My life. I'm 43. That's their life expectancy, brother. Oh, let's be for real. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that mean? I hope it was.
No! She ate that up! Okay. Oh! Let me get our clicks in chat. Okay. I'm using that from now on. We're gonna go in a few minutes, guys. If you're new here, do shoot me a follow. I am live every day with the exception of Saturdays and Sundays for now. I appreciate y'all so much for being here. If you enjoyed the live today, guys, spam your red hearts in chat again. Envy's here, Christy's here, do shoot them a follow. So yeah. You guys have an amazing day. I love y'all. See you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. Bye.